All right, and we are live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I am here with Nerdrotics, or Gary, as he's also known. And thank you for being here, Gary. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we have a few other people that are going to be joining us soon as well. But we're just biting at the bit to get this party started. So here we are. So
here we go.
How are you doing tonight, Gary?
I'm doing great. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hopefully, some of my friends will find their way over as well. I blasted this out on community and Twitter too. So
cool. We'll appreciate it. Yeah. So how's everyone doing tonight? Let's see here. Let me see if I can get the chat pulled up here, so I can keep an eye on everyone. I see that Julie Wish Upon a Vlog is here. Proper Anna is here. Alex McCarthy is here. Already got a few people from our community in here. So, and now John is here as well. So John from John Talks, how are you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing, Josiah?
Doing great. Thank you for joining us tonight.
You bet, man.
A lot of fun. So how are you? I think let's see. I don't know when Jeremy's planning on getting here, but he'll get here sometime soon. It looks like we have more and more people popping in here. So hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, let's see here. Someone said, hi, excited for Hayden being in Star Wars Celebration. That is definitely something that we will talk about tonight when Jeremy gets here and all of that stuff. So that's something cool. John, are you planning on going to Star Wars Celebration?
I won't make it for the celebration itself, but I might be able to make it to Chicago just to hang out with some of the Phantom Menace.
Yeah. Do you not live very far from Chicago?
I'm not too far. I'm probably about 5 or 6 hours away.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
it's about a 3-hour drive for me. So
oh, nice.
Same thing with me. I'm planning on not being there for the actual celebration thing, but I definitely want to be there to meet up with the rest of the gang and see everyone in person. So that would be cool. And Gary, you're planning on being at Star Wars Celebration.
I am going to be there somehow, some way. Yeah. Don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. What's up, John Talks? I've never met you before. Greetings.
Yeah.
Greetings. Oh, you two haven't met each other before, huh?
No. Wow. This is cool.
That's cool. I love your channel, by the way, Nerdrotic. I think you're doing an awesome job with it, man.
Oh, and back at you, man. Back at you. I am a subscriber. So yeah.
Likewise.
There you go, Josiah, bringing people together. Look at this.
And we have here a $2 donation from The Price is Right Review. Hey, gentlemen, sup party animals. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And thank you for being here, everyone. Let's see. So yeah, we're definitely going to get the party started tonight. It's a great Friday night. Got all my work done. I'm actually caught up for once, so that's kind of nice. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So got my monster here. Got to keep myself energized. So unleash the beast.
Yes. I've got my coffee going. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, look at that. Is it sugar-free?
It is actually. It's 0 calories, 0 sugar, and yeah, it's pretty good actually for not having anything in it.
Yeah.
It does have caffeine though, so that's the most important thing. So
it's like liquid cocaine there. There you go.
Yeah. Mr. Millennium says 3 of my favorite YouTubers. Heck yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. I've been looking forward to this because this beats what I was doing for the whole day, sitting at a passport office, hoping because if I didn't pull through with getting a passport, I would be very single right now. So yeah, I'm very happy to still be married and on a live stream. It's very good.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be really cool to hear what you think about Italy when you go there.
I'll be live streaming from there.
Oh, you will?
That will be
nice.
Awesome. That will be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you take lots of. Are you gonna vlog at all, or
maybe we'll see how good the connection is in Sicily. But I wanted there's some big temple I want to do a live stream from. So
that'd be cool.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Do some Game of Thrones talk in a big ancient temple. Yeah,
that would be awesome. Let's see here. The Price is Right review dropped another $5 donation, so thank you so much for that. Josiah, I'm off for 2 nights, so yes, I'm down to party, man. LOL. John, never stop being awesome. Nerdrotic, never stop being a nerd.
Never.
Stop.
Not till I'm dead.
Yep. It's in the genes. You can't scrub it out.
Hey, in the immortal words of Lady Gaga, I was born this way, baby.
That's right. Oh man, I love Lady Gaga. Yeah. Huge fan. And then Brandon B with a $5 super chat. Hi there, looking forward to the live stream. Thank you so much, Brandon. I really appreciate that. And yeah, it'll be awesome to talk about some different things. I have a few different things I wanted to talk about tonight. Star Wars Celebration being one of them, and then a few other things that just questions that I have for you guys, things that I want to hear your take on with some of the things that are happening in the entertainment industry right now and all of that stuff. John, your channel has been doing really well with the Captain Marvel videos and all of that stuff, and so congratulations on that.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been
appreciate it, man.
Great.
Appreciate it.
And how's the Star Trek side of everything, Gary?
It's a disaster. It's a total disaster. It's God, we're at the point now where listen, when I give stuff crap, it's fun. It's fun. I admit it's fun. I'm having fun. It's not like I'm angry doing this. Yeah. It angers me seeing what's happening to our favorite franchises, but I'm going to have fun along the way. And Star Trek is just at the point where it's not even fun to make fun of it anymore. It's so stupid. It has gotten so bad, and nobody cares. That's the other thing is the only people really talking about it are the people like myself and Doomcock and Mecha and it's gotten awfully quiet. Even the trolls. Maybe they can't get through the Captain Marvel troll the bots right now, but yeah, it's been kind of pathetic. But it's exactly Star Trek Discovery is exactly what's happening to Captain Marvel just over and 2 seasons of television. So
yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot more drawn out for sure. So I'm sure
it's painful.
Yeah. And when did you start your channel last year? Is that when you kind of started with the whole Star Trek thing on YouTube and stuff?
Yeah. I'm
going to interrupt Gary just because I want to.
Oh my goodness.
No. I'm talking, Jeremy. Damn it.
Jeremy, we're having an important Star Trek conversation right now, so
yes.
Back off.
How's everyone doing? Just a little guy here. I'm not trying to interrupt or step on any toes. So anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
The big guy comes in. It's no, you got the floor now, man. It's okay.
We all bow down to you, Jeremy.
Yeah. Kiss the ring.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, look, lately, John Talks is a bigger star than me, man. You see him smacking these SJWs around, these crybabies. I mean, it's beautiful watching it happen, man. So
yeah, I just talked to him about that. That's awesome. His Captain Marvel stuff has been doing really well, and his channel overall has just been killing it. So
yeah. Between him and SC Reviews, I'm like, I have taught them well. They are smacking the SJWs around, and the more they cry, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna make more Captain Marvel videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I was like, well, I pretty much learned from the best. You know, I took a page out of your notes and ran with it.
Nah, man, it's good. I'm loving it, and congratulations on all the success you've had recently, John. Man, I'm proud of you. So
yeah,
I appreciate that, Jeremy. That's means a lot coming from you. So thanks, man.
Well, but I'm not gonna interrupt Gary anymore. Pretty soon, Gary will have the most subs of all of us anyway. So I'm just gonna.
No, he's killing it.
That's Anna.
You're alone on earn him a lot more subs than any of us. So.
I don't know. I watched John Talks, and this might be a mutual admiration society or circle jerk, whatever you want to talk. Sorry, Josiah. I know you're a good Christian man there, but I see John Talks and SC, and I'm like, dude, I gotta up my game. Like, really. I'm kind of soft on them compared to those guys, but
well, and that's an interesting thing you bring up because I mean I know Geeks and Gamers gets a lot of attention because we have such a big channel, everything. Like what you guys don't understand, like I watch you guys and I'm like, golly, man, you guys motivate me. You give me ideas all the time. You know what I mean? So it's like you motivate me to continue to be better by you stepping your game up.
Yeah.
And I want you to continue to be successful So it motivates me to go, I gotta do better, you know? So like, you guys really need to understand the impact you have on all of us, you know, especially me. So I thank you for that. So you keep me pushing, keep me motivated. And I'm sure I keep you guys motivated. And it's just, it's a really cool kind of circle jerk, as Nerdrotics said. So
yeah, I mean, I'm literally the little guy here, so I definitely look up to all of you, and I really appreciate you know, you guys coming on my channel for one thing, and just being here on my my small channel and all that stuff. So I really appreciate it. So we have here a $20 super chat from Raymond Hengehold. News about my future YouTube series, Purple Lightsaber of Darkness. It's 12 episodes, 10 to 15 minutes per episode, and one episode will be filmed and released per year starting 2022. Filming it with my Japanese fiance after we moved to Japan. That sounds really awesome.
That does, yeah.
That sounds really cool. So, yeah, we wish you all the best with that. And, you know, if there's anything we can do to help, I'm sure we would love to help you out with that. So
yeah. Raymond's a good guy, so we appreciate it, Raymond. And I have to say it, smash the melee button, everybody. Smash that melee button for Josiah.
And, yeah, thank you for that, Raymond. I really appreciate that super chat. And let's see here. We have another super chat from Dean, $2 super chat. Hey, guys, love the group hangouts of late. Yeah, it's been really, really awesome.
Hey, can we add a special guest? The person that's calling me just randomly, they don't even know they're going to be on.
Sure.
This is Jeff from World Class Bullshitters. Hang on. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got you on a live stream on Josiah's channel, so tell everyone to go subscribe to World Class Bullshitters.
Hey, folks, check out World Class Bullshitters. The High Council.
Let me call you back. Nothing pressing at the moment. I needed to clarify something with you on the hotel. So,
all right, cool. Just making sure I didn't miss something important. I'll talk to you later, man.
Okay, bud. Bye. Okay, sorry about that.
That's fine. Yeah, Dean, really appreciate that $2 super chat. Thank you so much. And yeah, the group hangouts have just been really awesome lately, getting to kind of I don't know, converse with you guys more and stuff instead of just kind of being our own separate channels. Whoa, and now John is officially live.
I got to join everybody. I mean, everybody's throwing their cards, so hey, I got to as well.
That's what's up. Now we have a lot of white male toxicity up in here. Straight white male toxicity. What you gonna do about that?
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, the Mueller report came out, you dumb fuckers. And guess what? There was no collusion. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? I'm sorry. I know this is a Christian channel. I apologize for my language.
No, guys, just be yourselves. Just seriously, just be yourselves. It's fine. I already confessed for all of you guys earlier, so you should be covered. So
sweet. So I got some sins built up. I can like go and burn like later on. Right on. What can I do?
Oh man, good stuff. Good
Need
stuff.
to covet my neighbor's cow or something like that. I don't know.
Let's see here. I'm trying to share. I'm sharing the live stream on Twitter and the community tab for Geeks and Gamers, so we can get some more peeps up in here.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, let's get everyone in here. $2 super chat from Alex McCarthy. $2 from my Lord of the Rings extended edition funds.
Nice.
Thank you for that, Alex. Appreciate it a lot. And don't even get me started on Lord of the Rings because I would literally talk about that all night. So yeah.
He would. He
greatest trilogy ever.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say, like, objectively speaking, I do think it's the best trilogy ever. It's not my favorite. It's nowhere like, you know, honestly, and people think Star Wars is my favorite, and it's not. My favorite is Toy Story, which I will argue Toy Story is right there with the Lord of the Rings in terms of quality.
Oh yeah.
You know
that at all.
Those are the two best made trilogies ever. I mean, they're just unreal. And while we all love the original trilogy, like Return of the Jedi, even though I don't have any problems, real big problems with Return of the Jedi, I think we can all admit that you take Return of the King, Toy Story 3, and Return of the Jedi. Objectively speaking, Return of the Jedi is the worst of those three movies. Like, you know what I mean? So, and Return of the King to me is the best made movie ever, and it's not even like in my top 20 favorites. It's just not. Like, I don't sit down and watch that for enjoyable purposes necessarily. I'm not saying it's not enjoyable, but you know what I mean. But Lord of the Rings is just incredible, man. Peter Jackson just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. And you know, the more I like think about it, with the whole Toy Story 4 coming out, the more I hate the fact that it is coming out, just because it is ruining the fact that it's a trilogy and stuff. Like, I don't know why that bothers me so much, but the closer that Toy Story 4 draws closer and stuff, it really just irritates me for some reason. The fact that they're tacking on this fourth one now.
Yeah, and I haven't talked to anybody about it. I don't know if you guys saw my Toy Story 4 trailer reaction. Did you guys see that on the channel?
I didn't watch it. No.
I was very underwhelmed with that trailer. And again, Toy Story is everything to me. Everything. And I had the same. I was worried about Toy Story 3 when it was announced because it had been so long, you know, past two. I'm like, really? We're going back? Like, you've got two perfect movies. Don't do this. But of course they did it, and it was a perfect movie. Yeah. And a perfect ending to the trilogy. So I had the same reservations about this movie, but everything I've seen from this movie so far has not impressed me. Other than the fact that my nostalgia loves seeing Woody and Buzz and all the toys. But that trailer, did you guys watch that most recent trailer? Has everybody here seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have not seen it yet. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm very, like, it feels really strange. Very strange. And I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm so indifferent, and I'm worried about the movie. It feels like, I know every movie is a cash grab, so I really don't like when people say, oh, it's just a cash grab. Every fucking movie is a cash grab. Every movie ever made is a goddamn cash grab, okay? But this really feels like an obvious one because you've got Toy Story Land being built, just recently opened in Orlando at Disney World and just recently opened in Anaheim at Disneyland. So clearly they wanted to have a movie to kind of promote these new lands. So it's almost like they're just really just, hey, we don't have a creative reason for this, but we've got a financial reason for this. Yeah, and we want to promote our new land. That's how it feels to me at this point.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's seeping through there. I remember I got to visit the Pixar building. One of my buddies works there, and I got to go in there, and like the men and women's bathrooms are Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl, and you know, he was telling me the story that, you know, Toy Story built this building, and it's this amazing building, and it's got the Pixar light in front, and I got invited there, and they found some old Walt Disney home films that they showed in the theater. So I sat in the Pixar theater and watched like Walt Disney building Disneyland. It was a bunch of films of him just like breaking ground at Disneyland, and it was amazing. And remembering that Pixar was autonomous, like Disney didn't F with them. And it feels like Disney's effing with them now. This feels like it's a message from on high, and that's it's starting to seep in. Now it become way more noticeable because, you know, for a longest time, Pixar was its own thing, running by itself beautifully. Josh Shipley was the guy. He's a good guy. But I guess now that Lasseter's gone, and, you know, I don't know. Funny story. Another funny story. My last day at Tesla, I sat in his car. I sat in John Lasseter's car. Yes, he brought it in, and I had to pull it out the back, and they're like, "Yeah, that's John Lasseter's car." I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Damn. Wow, that is cool. Well, that was my thing with Disney when they bought Lucasfilm, is I had so much confidence in them because at that time they were not messing with Pixar. Pixar was his own entity, you know. Marvel was his own entity, you know, and they still had Walt Disney Animation Studios that was developing their stuff. So even they weren't mixing much with Pixar, and obviously ESPN was its own thing too. And now it is all really blending together. It feels like this was the master plan of Bob Iger the whole time, was to buy up all of these properties, leave them their own entity for a while to continue to build the revenue. And now this is this slow Disneyfication of this. And again, I love Disney I love the theme parks. Everybody knows this. I love them. And, you know, at this point, with everything that's going on with the identity politics and stuff, it still has not affected the parks, at least for me. Maybe it will at some point, but it hasn't for me yet. But definitely, like, a Disney-fied shared universe is not what I'm interested in at all. And now with Fox, it's scary times we're in now, man.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up with Fox and everything. I mean, you know, I like the fact that you know, Fox has their own stories, especially with like X-Men, and how even though X-Men isn't necessarily always like great with their films, they're at least different feeling than what Disney creates. And now that's probably going to be lost too, and that really sucks.
Yeah.
Well, Fight Club is owned by Disney. Think about that.
God. It's so depressing. It's so depressing. I mean,
and didn't Fox make like Alien and Predator and all that stuff as well? So who knows what's going to happen with all that?
Alien, yeah. Well, too, you look at the films that Disney's putting out this year, and they're, you know, animated remakes. You know, they didn't just do one, but they're doing 3. To me, it's just like, and then all their franchise films. I mean, it just looks like, for me, like Bob Iger is just looking to cash in on every potential thing that he could, especially this year. I don't know. It's to me, it does look like, and I get it, like every film is a cash grab, but to do 3 animated remakes like in 1 year, it just seems like overkill.
Yeah.
They're going for broke now, and I think let me put together a good conspiracy theory for you. So when I was working down in Hollywood, I was working for Technicolor, and the big thing was set-top boxes. They were, and it was right after the writer's strike, and the writer's strike was all over digital content. It was over what they were getting paid for, and they weren't getting anything for a while. So on-demand stuff, and the writers weren't getting a piece of the pie, and they certainly deserved it, but people were still pissed at the writers for being on strike too long. It derailed a bunch of shows, but this was all over the coming digital content. Now, at first they were expecting it to be, I don't think they ever expected it to get like this. I don't think they expected Netflix to get this big and download and streaming. And what we're watching right now with the Fox Disney deal, I don't know if you guys are doing videos. I'm probably going to do a video on just Fox Disney bad. That's pretty much what it's going to be. And it's going to be like the music industry was about 15, 16 years ago, when music was still good. And I can honestly say music is not good right now. There's still good music out there, but popular music sucks. Its place in pop culture is crap. It's all auto-tune garbage. And it's because it's become homogenized, because most of the big record labels, you know, crumbled, and it's just not that important in our culture anymore. And something like that could happen to film, not television, but to films, like to movies. And well, we're seeing it, I think, with the you know, it's going to get homogenized even more. Fox being gone is a big deal. They took chances. I mean, we might not have loved everything they did, but the Fox network, I remember when that came out when I was 16. I was dating my wife at the time, and watching The Simpsons on Tracy Ullman, and watching you know, Married with Children. They took chances, and the X-Files, you know, that would have never been on ABC or NBC. So like losing them's a huge deal. And really yay, we got the X-Men and Fantastic Four. Who gives a crap? They're probably going to kill them or recast them and replace them with you know, a transgender invisible woman. And like that's what's happening, you know.
It's totally going to be watered down now. And
hey, Josiah, how many live streams have you done so far?
This is my second one.
Okay, do you know how to have the separate tab for super chats, so you don't have to constantly keep up with every super chat that comes in? Like,
I do not.
Okay, so go into your Creator Studio. Go to Classic Creator Studio, because I don't know anything about the new one, because I just skip over that new motherfucker.
Dude, they're forcing it on us.
Yeah, I know. I mean, eventually I'm gonna have to. But then go into live streaming.
All right, hold on a second. Let me get to that.
Or if you can just go back to when you created the Google Hangout on YouTube, that back end. All you got to do is click on that area, and you scroll down, and it's going to have the chat and the window where the video is, and below it says open super chat in another window. It's down below, and it's hyperlinked in a blue. And then that opens you a whole separate tab, so you don't have to constantly keep up with them as they come in.
Right.
So while you're doing that, I will just fill, instead of awkward silence, which really it makes me really uncomfortable. I start itching, and I get nervous when there's awkward silence. I don't know what to do. But I want to say how cool this, and I was going to say this anyway, but I just want to make a point. Like, this is what, you know, Geeks and Gamers represents right here. We have a channel, you know, with, you know, 100 and something thousand subs. Gary's closing in on 60. John Talks is closing in on 30. John Talks has been on fire. And we're all coming together because we know Josiah is such an important part of what we're doing, and we want to help him get some traction right there. John Talks goes on everybody's channel. He's been live streaming with everybody, shows what kind of person he is. Gary, who I've just been fanboying over ever since I've met him, you know, but this right here is this represents who we are and what we do. We are not in this for ourselves. We obviously have a vested interest in ourselves because we're humans, but we want to help each other too. You know, I keep talking about it. John Talks made one video for Geeks and Gamers, 300,000 views. 300. He's almost got a video that's outpaced every video I've ever made. Okay, so
yeah.
And I haven't looked at it. Like, they're still hating on me on that one too, John. They're like,
yeah,
you and John made that video. You said it was gonna fail.
I was like, dude, that was 3 months ago. We weren't saying it was gonna fail. We were making a video.
well, I think I made it obvious at the outset. I said I don't think it's gonna financially. I think it's just gonna financially underperform, which I was also wrong on too. So, but I mean, I did the video. So they shouldn't be hating on you. I mean,
I know. I had them like, it's your channel. And I said, and true, it is my channel. It's fine. You know, I said, but I don't make people say anything on my channel. They're allowed to say whatever they want. But even so, it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, like, I come from a sports background. Like, we make predictions in sports. It's what we do. And we're wrong a lot. Like, I've never, ever had somebody, you know, come up to me 3 years later or even 3 months later, go,
hey, Jeremy, remember that game you predicted you were wrong about, you dumb fucker?
like, you know, like, you get shit wrong in life. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, it's part of it. It's just, it's fun to us. We have fun. We make predictions. Sometimes we're right. Sometimes we're wrong. And when we're wrong, we'll admit it. But my God, for people to continue to bring it up and be like, you have no credibility. Like, okay, did I have it ever?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Like, what? Whoever said credibility? I'm surrounded by action figures and I'm almost 50. Don't look for credibility here, bro.
right.
Somebody on I think it was Josiah, your latest video on the Geeks and Gamers channel. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what they said, because they commented. They comment because I titled it. I changed the title a little bit. You know, Captain Marvel creator says Wonder Woman was a better film. Yeah, and he said, "Hey Jeremy, why didn't you make the title of the video one of Captain Marvel's creators says Wonder Woman is a better film? The title you have makes it sound like one person came up with the whole idea." And I said, "Because I specifically wanted to make you cry about it. Hashtag I win." You know.
I've been hearing that all day. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to put one of the co-creators of Carol Danvers, who eventually turns into Miss Marvel, who eventually turns into Captain Marvel, says they thought that Wonder Woman was a better origin story than Captain Marvel. Yeah, I'm going to put that all in my title.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
thanks for the advice.
It's a little more clickbaity too, so that's always a good thing. So
absolutely, absolutely. Look, like I said, man, YouTube. Look, man, YouTube does not reward, like, subs really don't matter on YouTube. Like, they really don't. I mean, you have to push the limit. Like, I have 130 something thousand on Geeks and Gamers. Okay. If I upload tomorrow, if I upload a video, and I've already done this, by the way, I did the Sweet Sounds of the Sea, you know what I mean? And it got like 5,000 views. And then I did the same exact video and uploaded it with clickbaity title and clickbaity thumbnail, and it got like 30,000 views, you know? But like on my personal channel right now, I uploaded a video the other day. At the time, I think I was around 8,000 subs. It was like last week. And it was about the SJWs crying about the Russo brothers, you know, with Carol Danvers and her makeup or whatever. And on my personal channel, that video got like 55,000 views. Okay. We're uploading stuff on Geeks and Gamers right now, and some of them are getting like 10,000 views, and they're Captain Marvel stuff. Like, it's such a crapshoot on YouTube. You never know what's going to happen, how the algorithm is going to favor you or not favor you. So you just have to work the system the best you can. Like, again, I guarantee you, if John, you know, if Gary, if they go, hey, I have, you know, Gary has almost 60,000 subs. If Gary says, okay, I've got 60,000 subs, and I know that every time I upload a video, 98% of my subs are at least going to be notified that I upload this video, then guess what Gary's going to feel confident doing? Diversifying his content, you know, talking about random shit. Guess what? That's not what YouTube rewards. That's not what they want. They want you to just pound the same thing over and over again. So that's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's that simple. And people are like,
This is you're indoctrinating white kids into your cult.
and I was like, good God, you guys think I'm far more powerful than I am. Like I can't even get my goddamn kid to listen to me. But you think I'm like strategically just bringing all of these kids into my cult, you know? You know? I've been running a YouTube channel for 4 years, okay? Josiah, after 4 years, how many subs did we have? 800. 800.
Really 100, yeah.
Good Lord, man.
I remember it was like a party when we broke 100 subs. It was like, oh my gosh, we did it. We finally made it, everybody.
And when we broke 100 subs, I'd say at least 50% of those were people on the team and their family.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it goes. Yeah. You got mom subscribed. You know, you got.
Yep.
Mom, did you create the other account? Mom, hurry up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I subscribed from at least a couple different accounts as well and all that. And
Oh yeah. I had like 5 email addresses going. That's how I got Doomcock to 1,000. He was at 995, and I just logged into all 5 of my emails and got him up to 1,000. I had to help him out. By the way, subscribe to Doomcock. Doomcock's awesome.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Josiah, were you able to get that screen? Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
I'm actually gonna cover a couple of these super chats here.
Okay.
Comrade Commodore with the $2 super chat. Every time you guys go live, I'm pooping.
We're like X-Lax, baby.
Well, I'm glad we can be entertaining to you while you're on the toilet. So. I mean, watching videos on the toilet is like a ritual now. I mean,
yeah, it is. It is. I remember them days you used to go in there and you're like, no magazines. You're like, I don't have any magazines. What am I gonna do? You know, now you
stuck in here with myself.
Yeah.
My own thoughts. Damn. Hey, can I address one chat in here? Just like Montana Horseman, who's a great dude, or I'm guessing it says horseman, so I'm going to assume your gender. It's not how much Captain Marvel made, but it's how much it could have made, but nobody brings that up. And that's what I brought up all the time on my channel. If they had not done this, I mean, an argument can be made that maybe we got some more butts in the seats by making a controversy. I think that maybe, I don't know if we really have that much impact. I think this movie was going to make, and I explained it in my last video, plug right there, how it made so much money is it's part of a crossover event. So it was going to make money no matter what, just like your rando comic is going to make money in the Civil War crossover for Marvel Comics. If you're a comic fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. There was no way it was not going to make money. And I'm surprised how much it has made, just as I was surprised how much Black Panther made. I was shocked. I thought it would do like 750 million. I didn't think it would do billion, or, that's the power of the brand. And this is the first time we have taken on collectively. I don't want to speak for all of us, but we took on the MCU, which is like crazy. If you really think about it, it's got such a crazy fan base right now. And I don't know about you guys. I've gotten more shit than I've gotten from anything combined from this.
Same here.
And bring it. But hopefully it's over. Hopefully it's over. I don't want to take on the MCU. I honestly, I mean, like, it'll be great for the channel if they do the all-female Avengers and go down the SJW highway, but I'd rather have a good MCU, to be honest with you. And just an entertaining one, and maybe this is just a blip in the road, and we can all forget about it and laugh and say, hey, thanks for the subs. But I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that, for sure.
I personally want the MCU to be good and we don't have to worry about it, because rest assured, Trump's still president. That means Hollywood people are going to do crazy, stupid shit. So we will have plenty of topics to cover.
Yeah.
Plenty. So that won't be a problem. But no, I think we all, like, that's the thing that people say, like, I want good Star Wars movies. People said, well, would you trade your success in for Star Wars? No, fuck no. I'm not gonna trade in all the work I've done to because Kathleen Kennedy is an incompetent, stupid ass leader. No, but I do want it to be good, and I want Star Wars to become good. Man, again, Josiah can tell you. Josiah is the only person here that knew me back in 2015, prior to The Force Awakens, all of that. Did I not Josiah, was the biggest criticism not that I was too big of a Star Wars fan and I was turning Geeks and Gamers into nothing but Star Wars, Wars love? You know, now I got people saying he was never a Star Wars fan. He was never a Star Wars fan. He's just capitalizing out the hate. And I'm like, wow. And we're at this level. Like, apparently that video that that I talked about, apparently that's gone viral on Reddit. Reddit hates me. Yeah, Reddit hates me. And Mahler, and I'm in good company because Mahler told me they hate him too. I'm like, all right, if they hate Mahler and they hate me, I feel pretty good about myself.
Yeah. So very good company.
So yeah,
man. And I can't believe that. Are people actually falling for that video and stuff?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I'm just like, guys, I'm on record saying that I praised The Last Jedi after I saw it, like, until I thought about it. And they're like, you're just, I was like, I did the same thing with Man of Steel. Like, I want to love these movies, and I'm not a critic. I'm not going in there, with my twisting my mustache looking for problems. Like, I'm going in there as a fan to want to love these movies. And, like, I went into Man of Steel convinced it was going to be the greatest Superman movie ever. You know what I mean? Convinced it was going to be like the Dark Knight for Superman. And I watched it and I went through the gradual, like, God, this movie's not, it is. Yes, it is, Jeremy. It is good. Stop it. Yeah, no, it's not that good. No, it is good. I have to go watch it finally. This fucking movie sucks. And the same thing happened with Last Jedi. Nothing could convince me that this movie wasn't going to be great. And multiple viewings convinced me.
Yeah, I know. The same thing happened with me with The Hobbit, with Unexpected Journey and stuff too. That was probably the most hyped I've ever been for a movie in my entire life. And I watched in theaters and I felt that there was definitely something wrong with the movie, but I didn't want to believe it. And it took me a good 4 or 5 viewings of it in theaters before I finally realized that it wasn't a good movie. So
yep. And wished upon a vlog, I am drinking berry juice. That's what I'm drinking, berry juice. She asked what I was drinking, so
that's pretty hardcore.
I mean, I'm a wild and crazy guy. You come to Chicago, we're gonna have apple juice, berry juice, and I might mix them together. Don't put me behind the wheel of the Z car if I'm mixing my apple juice, my berry juice.
We're gonna stay up past 11.
It's gonna be very dangerous.
Just when you thought the stream couldn't get any whiter, John comes in with that.
Yeah, the dad joke. Nice.
I mean, between the berry juice, and my language, Josiah, we need to shut this thing down.
It's getting a little extreme.
Yeah, this is extreme. I might need to go pray again. No,
like blood sports happening here. Yeah.
Go ahead, Gary.
No, I was gonna say like I'm trying to think. You said the most hype you've been for a movie. The most hyped I was for a movie was The Phantom Menace. The Phantom Menace. I was hyped. Walked out of that going, that was pretty good. I like it, and I know you guys like the prequels. That's cool. They have their place in Star Wars. They definitely do, and the current crop has made me look at them much differently. But I was completely convinced that was a good movie when I walked out, and it was about a week later. I'm like, it sucked. And me and my friends, at the end of Fanboys, my favorite part of the end of Fanboys is they did what, a lot of people did this, but my friend and I, Doug, were there and we're like, what if this sucks? Because the hype was so crazy for it. I'd say the Force Awakens hype was equal to it, but at the time, I was in my late 20s at the time when that came out. We were stoked for that movie, and the trailers were good. Remember that first trailer for Phantom Menace? It was great.
I watched it like five or six times, no joke. I watched it 10 times.
Yeah, it was like a religious experience. Seeing Star Wars return under George Lucas. Like, at that point, George Lucas was untouchable. He was a god among men at that point, and there was nothing like it.
Well, that was back in the day too, where I heard it was going to be on the news, and I literally recorded it on VHS. Nice. And then I watched it, like, I'm not kidding you, like 10 times. Like, that's how,
Nice.
I was needless to say, I was disappointed, but
So what would be your most hyped movie experience, John?
My most hyped movie experience. I'm trying to think of one. Well, more recently, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I didn't expect the movie to be like, like a I didn't expect it to be Jurassic Park, but I did expect something comparable to Jurassic World. And yeah, for me, it just fell way, way short. So, but I'm trying to think. I'd have to think about that one for a minute for sure.
And I want to clarify, Man of Steel was not my most. It was very. There's about 4 movies that have been like on another level. Man of Steel is one of them. The Force Awakens is another. The Dark Knight Rises and Interstellar was my most hyped movie ever. And Interstellar is the only one that not only met expectations, it surpassed them. I love Interstellar. It's my favorite movie ever. The Dark Knight Rises, while I don't hate it like a lot of people do, the expectations I had was that it was going to be better than The Dark Knight, and that's clearly never going to happen. But it does have problems for sure. Man of Steel, ultimately, yeah, fuck that movie. And The Force Awakens, I guess at the time it did surpass my expectations, but now time has not been kind to that movie. And again, when you're like Spider-Man 2, I talked about this last night on EFAP, but Spider-Man 2 doesn't get hurt at all by Spider-Man 3 being shitty. Spider-Man 2 is still great, but The Force Awakens needed the sequel to justify it, and that's the sign that it's not really a good movie on its own.
Well, yeah, and I mean, there's so much buildup in The Force Awakens to what is going to carry over into whatever the next film was going to be. I mean, it doesn't really stand on its own very well without the sequel. So, and the sequel sucks. So
it does. And listen, I don't want to blame it all on JJ, but it's his fault. It's his fault for kind of half-assing The Force Awakens. He thought he could just mail that one in, write the script as it goes. He had Larry Kasdan there, and honestly, if it was Larry Kasdan from the 70s, it would have been a great movie, but it was Larry Kasdan from now. And unfortunately, he thought he was just setting stuff up. And that's what he said openly. He's like, I'm leaving a lot of things open for the next filmmakers to come in and fill in the blanks. And he trusted them. And, and honestly, things could be a lot different. I thought The Last Jedi the trailers impressed me. I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Maybe we're going to get it turned around, and all right. No. No, and there's nothing they can do now. I'm sorry, Episode 9 fans. This thing already sounds like a hot mess. No trailers, nothing. So it's just it's basically break out the popcorn and watch it crash and burn.
There's no reparations for this trilogy. So
let you get back to Super Chat.
Yeah, so Entertainment Hacker says Ivan Ortega is dressing up as Aquaman? ? I'm not sure what he means by that, but is there something going on with Ivan that we don't know about, Jeremy? Or
he's the helpful Mexican, so Thank
you for that, Entertainment Hacker. I appreciate you and all of your support for all of us. I know that you're a big part of the community, so thank you. The Price is Right review gave a $5 super chat. I asked this of Nerdrotic with Star Trek, so question for all of you guys. You just bought Star Wars. How would you restore this franchise?
All right,
Jeremy, you're the Star Wars pro, so go ahead.
Say that again now. What was the question?
He says, this is a question for all of us. You just bought Star Wars. How would you restore this franchise?
I would get down on my hands and knees and I would beg George Lucas to come back and hand me the sequel trilogy outline. I would completely abolish, episode 7 and 8. I would put a restraining order on Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy to where they're no longer allowed within 500 miles of any Star Wars production ever. Even if they have a family funeral in the area, Big Daddy Trump would have to sign an executive order to give them permission. That way they would have to go to Trump and ask his permission. But seriously, I mean, in all reality, that's what I would do. Honestly, I would. It's tough because Carrie Fisher's passed away. You know what I mean? That's the problem here. But that's the difficult part, because the easy answer is to say get rid of 7 and 8, bring George's sequel trilogy back in, his outline, and get a director, a competent director, because I wouldn't want George to direct it as much as I love him. Yeah. And again, JJ would have been my choice to direct George's script, but that ship has sailed now. So
is there do we know any details of what George Lucas had planned in his for the sequel trilogy?
They're out there. I've chose to not really get into the details of it because it would just make me very angry to know the details, but it's out there if you want to know. So
okay. And Comics Division joined us, by the way. So welcome.
Hey,
thank you for being here.
How's it going?
Yeah. Hi. Thanks for being here. Sorry we were kind of in the middle of conversation, all that, but
all good,
but yeah.
man. All good.
So anyone else have any ideas of what they would do with Star Wars if you could buy the franchise? Or we're all probably pretty much in agreement with what Jeremy said. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry.
No, mine's quick. I would get either Miguel. I'm trying to get his name here. Sapochnik, who directed the last 2 really great episodes of Game of Thrones in kind of mediocre seasons. He did Hard Home. Or I would get Kari Joji Fukunaga, who did True Detective Season 1 or Maniac. And then I would wipe out 7 and 8 and have him adapt Dark Empire from Dark Horse Comics. If it's mine, I can do what I want. That's what I would do. I would get back the original cast and Harrison Ford. I wouldn't care. I would do a Jeff and just kidnap him. And he would be forced to make adapt Dark Empire from Dark Horse Comics, which is the true sequel to the original trilogy.
We are totally on the same wavelength because that's where I would go.
Oh, Comics Division's here.
Yes, he is.
I'm always here.
So I don't really know too much detail about what that.
Oh, you need to read that. I will get it for. Oh my god.
Yeah. I own like
beautiful
all the comics, all the floppies, and I think like 2 or 3 graphic novels of it. So it is such a great story. If you can hunt it down, you should.
Josiah, just when we get off the air, give me your address.
Okay.
I've got an extra copy for you.
All right. Awesome. Sounds good. The Price is Right review gave us a $2 super chat and says also Keanu Reeves as Darth Revan. So I'm not really much into the Star Wars extended universe stuff, so I don't really know what that is, but maybe some of you guys could answer that.
All right, I'm so sorry. I'm so preoccupied. I got so many things going on. So somebody else, I didn't even.
I'm going to say I like Keanu Reeves. Yes.
Okay, is it Keanu Reeves' question? What was the question? I'm sorry.
Would you like him as Darth Revan?
Yes, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Isn't there some type of fan trailer or something, or fan made picture with him as Revan?
Yeah,
I think that's going around. So. I mean, Keanu's great, man. He gets a bad rap, for his acting and all that. He's actually fantastic. He actually is pretty badass. So
he's badass. Yeah. Oh, that looks pretty damn good.
I can't wait for John Wick Chapter 3. One of my most anticipated films of the year. So Keanu was great. So Thomas Gilkey. With a $5 super chat, just wanting to send some love out to everyone. John Talks is awesome, and so is everyone else. Thank you so much, Thomas, for that. Appreciate it. Raymond with a $5 super chat. Men need to understand it's time for women to control Star Wars. Women are the future. They're the superior sex. The Force is female. I want SJW Star Wars.
Yes, queen.
You got it.
Yes, queen.
Yeah, you kind of got it now. So
yeah, your wish is granted.
Be careful what you wish for. That's what I say.
Yeah.
But yes, much respect to the women. That's for sure. Star Wars for Life with a $20 super chat. Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Great channel, Josiah. Thumbs up and thumbs up. Thank you so much for that. Seriously, thank you. Thomas Gilkey with a $10 super chat. What are your thoughts on the James Bond franchise as a whole? Who is your favorite actor to play the role? Everyone can answer this question except for Jeremy because he hasn't seen any. Sad face. Well, you're going to be disappointed because I haven't seen any either. So there we go.
Not a single Bond film.
I have seen some Bond films though. I've seen the Pierce Brosnan ones. And I think I saw 2 of the Daniel Craig ones. Bond just does nothing for me. The Bond films, like he's badass. He's going to bang some hot chicks. He's going to be sexy and he's going to be killing more people. And he's going to say Bond, James Bond. It's just really like, give me Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
So, but Christian Bale, I would love to see Christian Bale, although he's probably a tad bit old at this point. I don't know.
Good. No, he's perfect.
He could work. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So I mean, I would love to see Bale. I'd love to see Tom Hardy. I think Tom Hardy would be a great James Bond.
Oh yeah, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, and but I pretty much pick those guys for any role, so that's not really.
If Tom Hardy was James Bond, I would probably watch it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with. Although I like Sean Connery, I do like him a lot. I think I like Daniel Craig a little bit better. And there's been at least like 2 impressive movies for the recent Bond, for his series. And I thought overall Skyfall was probably one of the better Bond films in a long time. So, but along with the first one that Craig did too.
Dude, Casino
Royale.
Yeah,
that was a great movie.
Yeah, pretty damn awesome. So that's my fave Bond.
I'm old, so Connery was done when I started watching Bond, but I've been watching Bond since I was like 5 when my dad took me to those. My favorite Bond film was Live and Let Die. I'm a Roger Moore guy. That's who I grew up with. Connery is a better Bond. I understand that, but it's kind of like with Doctor Who. It's the Doctor you grew up with, and I grew up with Roger Moore in the 70s with his crazy cars and his gadget and fighting Jaws, and I freaking love Moonraker. I love it.
I'm right there with you, man. I probably, if I was to go back and rewatch Moonraker, I'd be like, this is terrible, but man, I love that movie as a kid
so much. But Daniel Craig's Casino Royale has to be my favorite Bond movie. No lie. I love that movie so much.
The action in that movie is incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy would be a good Bond. Somebody said. Tanner Brown in the chat said, he's a really good actor. He's really he's been in a lot of, he's never been a lead in anything outside of, was that 28 Days Later he was in. But he's always kind of been like, he was in the Dark Knight movies, obviously. He was in Inception. He's just been in a lot of other roles like that, but I don't remember him being a lead in a big movie.
Oh, you know what? I don't think they could do that. They have him playing Q now, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's some guy that looks like
no,
him.
No, that's not him. No,
it's not him. It's just some dude looks
guy,
like him.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm totally wrong.
He's in a show called Peaky Blinders, which is
it's on Netflix.
Brilliant. And the makers of that show do a show called Taboo, which will have a second season someday that Tom Hardy stars in, that everybody should watch. It was on FX. They did 8 episodes. Takes place in the 1800s, and it's some of Tom Hardy's best work. Check it out, Taboo.
Okay.
Tom Hardy's the man.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
he is.
Drunk 3PO with a $10 super chat. Fantastic panel. Love and support all of you guys. Should have this panel more often, and I agree with that. Thank you.
Agreed.
For that. The Dr. 14 Blu-ray reviews. I don't even know what he
that is a good that's one of my he's a good Doctor Who fan, and that is like the I think I'm forgive me, Dr. Blu-ray reviews. It's like a battle cry for the Welsh or something like. It's a saying for the Welsh in the UK. See, in the UK, they're an old culture, so they have all these cool sayings and like different different languages or Gaelic or whatever the hell it is. Sorry, I'm totally destroying this, but I'm from Southern California. I'm from California. I'm not very educated. I don't know how to spell my own name. I did a lot of drugs in the 80s.
So, I see Stephanie B is in the chat. I just want to say once again, Stephanie B has joined the social media team for Geeks and Gamers. So congratulations to Stephanie. Nice. So, and we just named a new social media manager, which is Caroline Precious, and so Caroline is now overseeing all of our social media. She's brought Stephanie on, and we've got Christina Shorty Swift over that she's going to be helping on Instagram. Corey is going to be helping on Instagram. So we've got a lot of cool things going on, but don't tell anybody, because apparently I hate women, even though we've got more women working at Geeks and Gamers than men. Apparently I hate women. And then somebody, did you see? I see that comment I got there, like, Jeremy, it's pretty obvious that you're intimidated by strong women, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, yeah, that's probably why I have more women in prominent positions at Geeks and Gamers than men. And they're like, well, yes, but it's strong women that you're intimidated by. I'm like, are you saying the women at Geeks and Gamers aren't strong? Have you seen Jesse Milestone?
Yeah.
That's all you need. You see Jesse? Boom. And Anna and Siobhan and Caroline, and now you got Stephanie. And Stephanie ain't no joke. Stephanie's boss. Okay. And there's just
I think you only hire strong women.
Yeah,
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. And so it's just the nonsense, the narrative from these lunatics is just unbelievable. And look, and Josiah identifies as a woman, so I mean, he got that going for him. So
not a strong woman though.
Hey, look for at least United Airlines is accepting you. Okay,
Jesus.
So.
I cringed so hard when I saw that. I was like,
I'm waiting for the day of gray jumpsuits and shaved heads. It's coming.
Oh man, we're heading down that road.
Mm-hmm.
This is so stupid, man. It's so stupid.
The Junior Anti-Sex League. I don't know my 1984 that well, but Doomcock keeps invoking it, and he's right. And I think, if I remember correctly, that's the part of that is to there's no difference between anybody. Everybody's the same, like you just said. Comics Division, we all become NPCs, basically.
Yeah.
I'm
going to go back and reread that book. It's been a really long time since I've read it, and I might check out the movie. I saw that there was a movie about it too and stuff.
Oh yeah. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I'm going to check out both of those, and then I might do a video based off of that and stuff, because I think it's important. It's really important to.
Yeah. That's something I've been thinking about doing too. Because there's a lot of like really great, like not just books but short stories kind of along the same line of that kind of dystopian future that it seems like we're gleefully marching towards, like a bunch of grinning idiots. Yeah. 1984 was it Huxley's book?
Brave New World.
Brave New World.
Yeah.
There's also a couple of short stories too, which I can never remember it. But basically, it's along the same line where if you're very attractive, everybody has to wear a mask. The ballerinas have to wear these weights around the legs so nobody can jump higher than the other. And I could never remember who wrote it or what the freaking name of that short story is. But oh my god, it's scary because it seems like we're heading there.
Somebody just said Equilibrium in there now.
Equilibrium is kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Equilibrium is fantastic.
That's kind of what our society wants. That's how they view equality. Is exactly how those books describe it, and it's not good. It's not a good thing. So let's see here. Mega Jetty dropped a $2 super chat, and he said, "How's it going, old gnarly dudes? See my karate review."
Old Mega Jetty.
I don't know if he's talking about that Cobra Kai thing or something. I don't know if that's kind of something that's happening right now, or I don't know.
So excited about Cobra Kai. So excited.
I've never seen Cobra Kai, so
you gotta see it
in the stream right now.
Yeah, get YouTube Premium.
Yeah, I think Josiah. I mean, you have access to the Geeks and Gamers channel. I think we're on a YouTube Premium there still because I got it for Cobra Kai. I'll check that, and if so, watch it through the Geeks and Gamers channel because Cobra Kai is perfection. Like, first of all, you're familiar with the Karate Kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And not that you need to watch it for a refresh necessarily, because it does a great job of kind of refreshing you on the key points you need. But Cobra Kai is perfect.
Cool.
Like, I'm not. Does anybody disagree with me on that?
No.
Like, it's a perfect season of television. It is absolutely perfect. It's wonderful, and I'm really excited for the second season. So
cool. It's how you bring back a franchise properly. There's only 2 shows I've seen do it: Ash vs. Evil Dead, season 1 and 2, and Cobra Kai. But here's what I'm worried about, guys. I hate to be the Debbie Downer here, but what the hell? I'm worried with anything that comes out now. And I saw that first trailer, and I was happy about it, but I just gotta feel there's 2 shows I'm really worried about. I love The Expanse and I love Cobra Kai, and I don't want them to fall prey to current year BS because they're both things that dealt with political correctness and politics and dealt with them perfectly, showed both sides, and that's all any of us really want is kind of stuff back in the center, just a little bit, please. I don't want it to fall prey to that, please. Pray for me, Josiah. Pray for me on that one. Can I do surrogate prayer? Is that allowed for a semi-believer? I don't know if I'm a non-believer. I saw something when I was on acid, so I definitely believe in something. Yeah.
No, but that's a good point. I mean, I think that's something that we all feel with anything that's coming out now. We're all a little bit terrified about anything that we're excited about coming out, is that they're going to ruin it. And I mean, it's a valid fear, But I'm the same way with like the Amazon Lord of the Rings series that's coming down the line. Like that's something I'm extremely excited about.
Oh, yep.
And but there is a part of me that's terrified at the same time. So, you know,
dude, if they go that direction, my entire channel will be dedicated to bringing that show down. I'll dedicate my life to it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cowboy, everybody get out of the way. I'm going after this.
I know, man. I'm so scared. James Lloyd Tiffner gave a $1 super chat. So thank you for that. Star Wars for Life gave another $20 super chat.
Ruthie's awesome.
That's brilliant.
So smash that melee button, everyone.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, Ruthie's great. She does so much to promote so many of us, and she just goes out of her way, and she doesn't get enough credit as much as she does get a lot of credit, but she still doesn't get enough for everything she does. Yeah. And it's really humbling for everybody. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we have 150 people watching. We have 111 likes. So really a lot of support for Josiah.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
And you're closing in on 3,000 subs, buddy. So I'm happy for you.
Nice.
So, yeah,
seriously, thank you, everyone. I'm humbled and I appreciate it so much. So thank you.
And unlike me, Josiah is actually a good dude. Like he's actually a nice guy. I'm an asshole. I'm a sarcastic douchebag. But Josiah is a genuinely good person, and he will pray for you. I will probably call you a pork wallet. So, so that's just the difference in me and him. That's right. We do need to talk about Star Wars Celebration, says Greg. Yeah. So we need to talk about Star Wars Celebration. So Josiah, how do you want to lead into that?
Yeah, let me take care of a couple more of these super chats.
Okay.
And then we can. Cass gave a super chat and no message or anything, but thank you so much for that. The Price is Right review gave a $5 super chat. John Wick versus Jack Reacher versus James Bond versus Jason Bourne versus John Shaft. Each should get a rifle and a pistol. Who wins?
Oh my God! Give me those names one more time.
Yeah, John Wick, Jack Reacher, James Bond, Jason Bourne, John Shaft. Why do they all start with J? That's my first question.
I mean, I'm not a big Bond guy. I'm gonna go with John Wick.
I'm gonna go with John Wick too. Yeah.
I love Keanu and John Wick. So
Yep.
That's my answer. Who you guys got?
Give me all those names again, real quick.
John Wick, Jack Reacher, James Bond, Jason Bourne, John Shaft.
I think Reacher grabs Shaft and Wick's the Bond, and I don't know. I was trying to make something. I'm gonna go for fucking Shaft, man.
Shaft, huh?
Man, you're stealing my thunder, man. I was gonna go with John Shaft. Well, you got to kick it old school, man. You got to keep it old school.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Bourne. Jason, I'm gonna just throw it out left field there because they just made him so unstoppable in those movies. Although John Wick is, but he just seemed to, I don't know, kick everybody's ass. So
yeah, I think if none of them like had a weapon and they had to be like resourceful, I think Jason Bourne would win.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, maybe I will go with John Wick because he seems to like never run out of bullets either.
Yeah. So yeah, we can go ahead and talk about Star Wars Celebration if we want to now. So
okay.
Yeah. So I know that I know Jeremy's going, Gary's going, John is at least going to be in the area, hopefully, and I will hopefully be in the area even if I'm not going.
No, John, you're gonna be there too in the area?
I'll try to do the meetup at least.
Yeah, because you're from Michigan. Yeah. You're in Michigan. How far away are you and Josiah?
Probably. Well, I think Josiah, you said you're what, 3 hours?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm probably about 5 hours. I'd say 5 or 6 hours, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, that's good. I hope we get to meet you there. So, but yeah. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna be there. Let's see. Jesse, Anna, Ivan, Odin. They're all going to be with me, and so EVS World Class will be there, Jeff, and it's going to be great. And I honestly I probably feel like I'm not going to be at Celebration as much as I'm going to be just hanging out and doing other stuff because I hate conventions. Plus, they're probably going to kick us out anyway. But I don't really like. I'm good with going to conventions, but it's like short. It's like short spurts for me. I don't like just hanging out at conventions, just being there, just trying to find stuff to do. Like I like to go see what's going on and do my thing. You know what I mean? But I plan on I'll make a final decision on my Z car soon. So basically, and my Z car runs great, but it's a almost a 30-hour round trip. So the car's almost 30 years old. So there's a Z car specialist over in Mobile. I took it to him today. I left it with him this weekend. I said, dude, I just need you to check everything out. I just, everything runs good on it, but I just need to double check it. And as long as he gives me the all clear, I'll be bringing the Z car. So I'll probably be trying to do a lot of car videos with a lot of people. All of you are invited. Obviously only one person can fit in the car because it's only got 2 seats. But so unless you just want to throw, like Ivan in the trunk in the hatchback, something like that. But I'd love to do car videos with a lot of different of the YouTubers. So it'd be cool if we just, and honestly, like a lot of it, if I do a bunch of these, like honestly, like me and John did one, I just let you upload that to your channel if you wanted, John. Me and Josiah did one, you could just upload that to your channel, Gary, vice versa. You know what I mean? So, so that's the plan. Hopefully, it's going to be, expectations are going to be like Man of Steel level if I actually bring the Kia, though. Everybody's like expecting the Z car, and I roll up in the duct taped Kia, and they're like, "Yeah, Jeremy is not as cool as we thought." They're going to leave. So,
I already knew that you weren't cool.
I was like, "Don't worry." No.
That's why I need the car. I need my confidence to be built up by the car. Okay, guys. But yeah, so it's gonna be cool though, and we have this thing Friday at some bar that somebody that's a fan of us is actually giving us a bar to kind of do like a big meetup for the Fandom Menace. Cool. And again, so me and Josiah will be sitting in the corner drinking our non-alcoholic Dr. Pepper, and everybody else will be getting wasted. So, or Gary will be with us too.
I'll be right there with you. Don't worry.
So, and Odin, but Odin and Josiah will be praying for me and Gary.
Yeah,
and me and
exactly.
Gary,
You'll need to, believe me.
Yeah.
Please pray for me.
But I will say, if you're going to Celebration, set your expectations for the fact that you're going to stand in line a lot. When I went to Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, which was the first celebration I went to, I mean, if I didn't have connections at Lucasfilm at the time, which they no longer like me, I wonder why. But if I didn't have connections, then I wouldn't have got into any of the panels because people literally were sleeping on concrete floors for 20 hours, standing in line overnight, sleeping on a concrete floor just to get into some of these panels, like the Last Jedi trailer panel. You know how mad I would be right now if I fucking stood in line for 20 hours for that motherfucker. But but a lot of people, I'm talking, we're hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people were standing in line, slept on a concrete floor just to get into those panels. So getting into panels is very hard. Go ahead.
Yeah, I heard that they are kind of switching that up a little bit this year, where you actually pick online, and if you want to go into a convention or one of the panels or something, and then it reserves a spot for you, kind of like in a virtual line, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
So I just saw some article about that. I didn't look too much into it, but it looks like they're kind of changing that around a little bit this year.
I hope so. I hope it's better than it was when I was in Orlando because, again, I was lucky enough to have a hookup, but, so I got into a couple of the panels, but it's not fun. I mean, it's the same thing as San Diego Comic-Con, which I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con, but, I mean, people just tell you just have to stand in line the whole time if you want to get into any of those big panels.
So if you can't get in those panels, what the hell are you doing then?
You just hanging out, just kind of people watching and interacting with people and realizing that no fucking body that goes to Star Wars Celebration cares about identity politics, even though they're going to tell us they do. But like I said, I talk to people from all over the world. They're all Star Wars fans at Orlando. We talked about, our favorite movies, what our anticipation was for The Last Jedi, yada. At no point did somebody go,
"Hey, Jeremy, I'm very concerned with the diversity breakdown in Star Wars. I'm really..."
Nobody cares about these things. Nobody. They don't give a shit. But Lucasfilm is constantly telling us that they care. Nobody cares. Yeah, I mean, that's what you do though. There's a lot to see. I mean, obviously you got cosplayers all over the place. It's really cool to see that. You're going to see different YouTubers, I saw John Campia, Jeremy Johns. I met Jeremy Johns there. It's funny because now that I kind of I know Jeremy Johns, and so like I told him like, you don't remember meeting me at Star Wars Celebration? He goes, what? No fucking way. I'm like, yes. I was like, I was nobody then. I know I wasn't on your level at that point, but he's like, did we really meet? I'm like, yes, we met. And but I was like, dude, you had people swarming you. It's all good, but but it's cool. You'll see different people that you recognize and stuff like that. You know, I remember seeing Andy Signori from Screen Junkies before he started, you know, harassing all of his female fans. Oh, sorry, was I supposed to bring that up? I'm sorry, Andy, and that's a painful subject for you, but you know, but poor guy. The only reason I bring that up is because he was always virtue signaling on Twitter about Trump and how it's just,
I can't believe the language coming from this man's mouth, and it's so dangerous.
And then all of these emails from this married man where he was like trying to bang every one of his female fans. This was the guy who was offended over Trump. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, no, you know? Of course he has to, you know, he has to say that because it draws attention away from him. It's obvious. It's pretty obvious that the worst offenders are the ones that are so PC.
Projection.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Projection. It's all projection.
Yep. Let's see. Stephanie B says, I remember when he came into your chat and dropped 50 bones. She's talking about Jeremy Johns. That was shocking to me. I was like, what? And the biggest shocking thing for Johns is when I made that video on about Collider putting Rey at the number 6 position for the best heroes in Star Wars, and they put her ahead of Ahsoka. And I
fuck no.
Yes, they did.
I was on the live stream where that was the first live stream. That was the 40K one where you found that out. That was pretty funny. Or was I watching? I might have been watching. I don't know. But yeah, that was funny. Funny reaction. Funny reaction.
And Jeremy Johns commented on my video where I'm roasting Collider. And of course, he still has a bunch of friends at Collider, you know, and he co-signed everything I said. And because it was ridiculous, man. Like, you watch that video, and they at no point did they give any valid reason for why Rey deserves to be on the list based on any story arc or any accomplishment she made. It was always like, well, Daisy Ridley is such a great person.
Well, that
has nothing to do with this. You know,
Rey's the fucking cardboard cutout. I mean, she is not a hero. There's no hero's journey. What's there to like? Absolutely nothing, because they didn't make her an actual character.
Yep. Yeah. So, but yeah. So, but it's I think Celebration though, even though like you're gonna get into a panel or here or there, it's not gonna be one of the main attractions. You know, like it might be like, I don't know, the Forces of Destiny panel or some shit. You know? The one that nobody wants to go into, but to get into one of the premier ones, that's probably the one that's going to have the episode 9 trailer. That's going to be almost impossible to get into. So like I didn't get this hookup from Lucasfilm. I actually got this hookup from some friends of mine that I just ran into at Celebration. But the 40th anniversary panel in Orlando, where they had George Lucas, they had Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill. I got into that because my friends had they had their one of their family members with them, and they had a disability pass to be with that guy, but one of their friends didn't make it. So he's like, yo, Jeremy, man, do you want this? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I mean, I just like, you know, I'm figuring we'd be in the back in the nosebleed. We were like 4 rows from the stage, and I got to sit there and see George Lucas on stage 4 rows away. And I'm like, bro, I can smell the billions. I can smell the billions right now. You know? So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So,
and we just got news that Hayden Christensen's going to be there too, right?
Yep. And he was there. He was there. You know, he was at the 40th panel too, and that was. I will say the round of applause Hayden got, I thought was great. He's obviously, you know, faced a lot of criticism, you know, for everything, and but he was really, really embraced by all the Star Wars fans at Star Wars Celebration that year. So that was really cool. So
yeah.
I seen that video, and he seemed really surprised by that. Like he was almost like taken aback by it. Like, oh wow, you know,
that was fair. That was so cool. That was cool.
Yeah,
I loved it.
So, and I mean, we're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of making fun of him.
Oh,
you know?
God, yeah. I still do. I mean, it was cool they did it, but I'm still going to make fun of them. Shit,
Go ahead, Gary.
I was going to ask, like, so you've been to Star Wars Celebration. Is there kind of like a sales floor like Comic-Con?
Yes, absolutely.
Stuff?
Oh,
that's what I would do. I would just go and buy stuff.
Yeah. There's definitely a huge vendor floor.
Cool. Then I'm happy. That's what at Comic-Con, I've been going to Comic-Con. I've gone to 30-something Comic-Cons, and I don't go to panels anymore. I just shoot the crap on the floor with the guys and the gals and walk around when you can. It's pretty miserable experience, to be honest with you. Now it's not as good as it used to be, but I'm going to hang out with you guys, man. That sounds bad, but it's true.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. So
yeah. I mean, I used to go to a lot of Comic Cons for Geeks and Gamers and Jeremy back when that was kind of one of our big things, and yeah, I used to go to them with a friend of mine, and he would always be more into it than I was. I was kind of the same way as Jeremy. I thought it was cool for like maybe a couple hours, then I was pretty much done with it, and he just wanted to keep on going and all that. So I usually just went to the panels, to be honest. I just enjoy listening to the different people talking and all that stuff, and that was kind of more what I did. So
hey, you guys had our first video that ever blew up for that Daredevil panel, you know, and I was like, well, we had it went like 50,000 views, 60,000 views. I was like, bro, we're IGN. We are IGN right now, you know. So it didn't translate to any subs, but we got some views. So.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me take care of a couple of super chats here. Brandon B gave a $10 super chat. I've been reminiscing about Superman 78 tonight. Will the DCEU ever get Superman right? Your thoughts, please.
Superman 78 to me is still it's an all-timer. It's a timeless classic. I know people get up, want to talk about the end where he flies around and reverses everything. Dude, it was 1978. Come on. But it's magic, man. And Reeve, I just don't think he'll ever be touched. I think Reeve is on that level of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Chris Evans' Captain America. Christopher Reeve is just magic, and the relationship with Superman and Lois, Clark and Lois, they're never going to top it, but I do feel that they can get Superman right in the future. But I won't talk too much because I'll just ramble about Superman 78. So
yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with the DCU right now because they kind of change everything every day, and you never know exactly what they're going to be doing next. So, I mean, I like the fact that they are aware that they are a lot more successful with their solo films instead of their team-up films. And so hopefully they will actually focus on getting Superman right in the future with maybe a separate solo film or something, which would be cool.
I don't know if they could get Superman right. I don't know. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I mean, I was just going to say, like, I don't have an issue with Henry Cavill. Like, I don't mind him as an actor. Like, I think he pulls it off. I do think, I agree with Jeremy, though. I think Christopher Reeve is probably like the staple or the standard, for Superman. But I just think the writing's been bad, especially Batman v Superman and Justice League for his character. It's been horrible. So,
yeah. And Superman's not supposed to have a frowny face. He's the guy with the big grin. He's happy-go-lucky, and that's the big thing that they need to stop doing is making him dour.
Yeah.
100%. Well, that was my biggest thing. Is like Superman is supposed to inspire you, even if there's nothing to be inspired by. Like he's supposed to, like, it doesn't matter if everything is terrible around you. Superman is supposed to inspire hope within you and confidence within you. He's supposed to make you feel like everything's going to be okay, even if it looks like nothing's going to be okay. And instead, Superman and Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, he's just,
Instead of just pouting in a bathtub.
Yes, and that's what he does in these movies, and it drives me fucking crazy. God damn it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Him and Captain America, they're supposed to be the beacon of light in the darkness, and that's if you can't get that right, you've totally screwed the character.
But yeah, and if you got for years in the for years, I heard you can't do Captain America anymore. Nobody can write Captain America anymore. You can't write Superman. Nobody can. Superman's really hard to write. Excuse me. We just got a decade. Excuse me. The three best movie, the best trilogy within the MCU is Captain America.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this is your best Superman right here. This is my most valued possession right here. My 1/6 scale, Christopher Reeve. I love it. I caress it every day. But it's got the best soundtrack. It's the Star Wars of superhero movies. It was as popular. I remember I was a kid at this time, and Superman was as popular as Star Wars at the time. And if it would have had a decent sequel and a third movie, it'd be just as big. You can still do Superman. But what John is right with this current crop of writers right now, I think they shelved Superman. You want my honest opinion on it. He's white, he's male, he represents masculinity, and any kind of masculinity right now is toxic masculinity. So that's why they shelved it, and they're going to give us a Supergirl movie when they're just about to cancel the crappy TV show, which is filled with SJW crap, and the reason I stopped watching the CW. And that's so honestly, I wish they would just leave him alone until somebody Mark Millar, who writes some pretty dark stuff in comics, but he has been promising he has the best Superman script. It's the best thing he's ever done, and he's been trying to sell it to WB for years. And was it Matthew Vaughn was willing to direct it? They pitched WB and they said no. And Matthew Vaughn is seriously one of the best directors in out there right now, period. Kingsman, if you don't know, he did Kingsman.
Oh yeah.
And could you imagine him doing a Superman movie written by Mark Millar, and Mark Millar, actually, writing a straight story instead of most of his stuff is pretty dark, but I think he could do it.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Well, and it's just, I want a great Superman movie in the modern age now. I mean, I want it like I thought Brandon Routh was really good, as Superman, but Superman Returns was not good. Nothing. There's so many story problems. Everything was wrong with that movie, except for Brandon Routh. I thought Routh was a very worthy Superman and Clark Kent. But yeah, man, it's just it's so depressing to see where we're at with everything with Superman. So
I strangely agree with. I love Henry Cavill, and I think if proper director, proper writer, he looks like he embodies Superman.
Yeah, he really does. If they actually got
Brandon
writing.
Brandon Routh wasn't the problem. I totally agree with you on that, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Brandon Routh wasn't given any writing, and now that I've seen him in other things, he could have totally pulled it off. But Bryan Singer was, the worst director for Superman on the planet is Bryan Singer, a guy who's never read a comic.
And to play off of what you were saying, Gary, about he's straight white male, he's toxic, he's look at this. I think we all here we're all straight white males, okay? But I think we're all confident enough in ourselves to admit Henry Cavill's a good looking dude, okay?
Yeah,
he's a good looking dude. Henry Cavill is scared to hit on women at this day and age. Remember that? He said the Me Too thing makes him
ridiculous.
Like, how the hell is Henry fucking Cavill scared to hit on women? Like, that should be a crime that someone like Henry Cavill is scared
because it's been weaponized. That's the issue.
I know. And that's where we're at now. That is where we are at in society, where Henry Cavill is scared to flirt with a woman. Women, you did that one to yourselves because you cost yourself a chance with Henry Cavill. So
yeah, exactly.
And not women in general, but the SJW side, So that's why they're all crazy. They're all crazy lunatics.
Yeah.
Well, it's like nowadays, if you just look at a woman funny, it's basically sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing that pisses me off about that is that really takes away from the real problems out there. When you start going after small stuff, nobody starts taking you serious anymore. And how could you take the big issues serious? That's the thing that really pisses me off.
It's the girl who cried wolf. That's what it's turned into. So
cried me too.
The girl who cried me too. It sucks. It totally sucks.
Yeah,
but it's not going to stop them. Once this is Hollywood. Opportunism, power plays. That's what this is all about. It has nothing
absolutely.
to do with any of that stuff. And it's playing itself out though, thankfully because of Asia. What's her name? Got busted.
Asia Argento.
Yeah. So some of the big players got exposed, and Rose McGowan.
She's
got a lot of skeleton. Her skeletons have skeletons. So
The skeleton closet has skeletons in it.
So it's kind of losing its steam, but we're it's going to be a couple of years till this works itself out in the content, because we're seeing Westworld. I know I rail on this, but Westworld season 2 is so freaking bad, and it's just, I blame Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein made that bad. They just made that whole season 2 into female empowerment. And to where your science fiction cowboy show had no cowboys in it.
Yeah, Doomcock really was upset about that. I enjoyed season 1. I didn't watch season 2 after I think it was Doomcock that told me how bad it was. Does Doomcock hate it too?
Yeah, Doomcock hates it.
Okay, then it was him. Yeah.
Season 1 is perfect. It's perfect television. Season 2 is terrible.
I really liked season 1 a lot, and I watched maybe the first couple episodes of season 2, and I just could not stand it. So I stopped.
It gets so much worse at the end. Oh my! I almost think you should watch it. I think it would actually be really good for your channels. It's textbook. It's textbook everything. That and Iron Fist season 2. I know nobody watched Iron Fist season 2 all the way through, but I did.
I saw it.
For Christ's sake, they had the main character, Iron Fist, and it turns out the story was he was just carrying his power for the girl.
I know that is
what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Colleen Wing was supposed to be the Iron Fist, and he was just
my God.
he just curried the power. He FedExed his power over to the strong women, and it was
yeah.
By the way,
it was tragic.
Shout out Colleen Wing, smoking hot. So
Yeah, absolutely.
she looks like she's 10. I
So-
can't do that.
that makes me feel really bad right now. So
Oh, you're young. You're young. I'm like, yeah, I'm old.
Whole thing.
Yeah, I'm super old. So
Yeah, not that far behind you, buddy.
you're super old too, motherfucker.
Yes, I am.
Oh my God, I gotta watch. Usually I cuss on other people's live streams because it's not my channel, but I gotta remember I'm on a good
Oh,
Christian males.
this is a Christian server. It's a
Forgive
Christian
me.
server.
Forgive me.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry
surprised
about
it's letting me on. So
yeah, no, the whole like identity politics thing with like people getting offended now if you like even look at a girl or something, it's like identity politics is stripping away identity itself of what makes us men and women. And that it's like a very ironic thing that's going on with all of it. Is that they actually want to like strip away what makes us who we are. And men are supposed to be the ones that kind of like pursue the women in a lot of ways and all of that. And that's just another thing that they want to destroy, because they kind of going back to the whole 1984 thing. They want us all to be exactly the same, and their own little way and all that stuff. But yeah.
And that's what's crazy, man. Like it's really cool that there is so many different personalities, different backgrounds, different experiences that we can all learn from each other and all this shit. But they're so busy trying to turn people against each other and trying to, create division where there shouldn't be division. And the mainstream media, like, it's seriously, if you just don't see the corruption within the mainstream media right now, you're just not paying attention. Like, it is really bad. It is really bad. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about the CNNs of the world. Like, I was very anti-Fox News when Obama was president, because it's just like, it was very negatively slanted, and not to the level CNN is towards Trump, because I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. But the negativity was there, from the other side. Yeah. And the negativity exists from the other side. The far right is out there. Okay, just like the far left. The difference is the far left controls the entertainment industry and the media. So therefore, they have more influence over the culture. The far right's out there, and they're just as crazy as the far left, but the far left has more control over things that are important to our culture right now.
And if the far right was the ones that were in control of our entertainment, all that stuff, we'd be talking about that just like how we're talking about our left right now.
What blows me away is how anti-science the left has gotten, because there was a thing I remember that was taught in biology called sexual dimorphism. And it's how you can tell the difference between a male and female of the species. And there's also the concept of sexual dimorphism in the brain. It's what makes men and women. And it's like it's gotten thrown out along the way. I don't even know if they teach it anymore.
Probably
it's crazy.
Wouldn't surprise me if they threw that out.
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It's bizarre. I aim at the access media a lot in entertainment, but really I hope my message bleeds through to the regular media. What's been going on is since 2016, it's been astonishing what's happened. I mean, I've always kind of seen the media that way. I never expected to be proven right. I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist, but I've always been they're out to get you, and they're trying to get you. There's messages, and then to be proven right, I was like, what? The turn of the frog's gay. That's not good. Yeah, the frogs are gay. I used to love Alex Jones. I used to love that guy when he was on Art Bell. But,
I just love Alex Jones from the entertainment perspective. He's just entertaining as hell. And how dare it's so upsetting that YouTube and Twitter and Facebook want to take that entertainment away from us. There's so many memes that we're missing out on right now because of that. So
yeah. When you're afraid of, like, I don't know, that says something too. Like, are they really that afraid of Alex Jones? Like, really? And the fact that they took down his channel, I don't know. It's a scary precursor, you know, of maybe down the line, you know, if you don't say the right things, and if you don't, you know, you don't line up with the narrative, you know, or is it going to be hate speech, or are they just going to nix your channel?
Look what's going on in the UK, man. With
no, it's true.
What's going on with basically saying something against trans people. I mean, you have people literally being arrested for thought crimes now in the UK. And that is so fucking absurd. And we talk about, you know, playing right into the whole 1984 thing.
Well, you know what happened? Nobody's picking this up, but the Jim Jeffries.
Oh yeah.
So what he got caught doing, like, really proves everybody's point here. And it's about your boy Zach, diversity in comics. He shouldn't have done the interview, but he did, whatever. And what happened is Jim Jeffers on Comedy Central, he does these gotcha things, and he does an interview, and then he edits your answers for other questions to make you look bad. That's pretty much what Comedy Central does. And then you know, Zach went out and said that that's what they do. So it turns out about 6-8 months later, another guy gets interviewed, but he recorded it with his phone. I can't remember his name now.
I've seen that.
He absolutely proves that they ask questions, they bait you, and then they mix your answers up with other ones. So when I see, again, I come that this is a kind of a left-leaning centrist. When you see the left lying to paint people a certain way, especially this guy was from Israel. He's Jewish, right? This guy was Jewish.
He's Australian. He's Australian.
He's Australian Jew. He was an Australian Jew. And they were trying to put him in the same light with Nazis. And he said, hey, I'll do this interview, but you can't put any neo-Nazis on this interview, and you can't mix up my answers. And the guy did both things, and he got caught, and nobody is talking about this. And when the left has to, when they have to lie, when they have to straight up lie and re-edit stuff to make people look bad, then who's on the right side of history here?
I'm pretty sure a lot of those talk shows that, you know, do those type of interviews, I'm pretty sure they do that when they're trying to do a hit piece on someone.
This has been going on for years. I mean, everybody, I'm sure, is like, everybody here, you guys are all smart. You know, this is what the regular media has been doing for years. Not just Comedy Central. This is a old practice, and people know about it, and they just go, whatever, you know, and that's the thing we have to fight. It's really not even the extremists on either side. It's and it's been brought up a lot lately with just Captain Marvel on a much smaller scale. It's just entertainment, folks. Is the normies who just go, whatever, so what? Let's just go with the flow.
That's the thing that's so scary about it, is that this is the media is supposed to be keeping government honest, and we don't have that anymore because they can't even keep themselves honest anymore.
Well, and I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping that PewDiePie picks up the story with Jim Jeffries. And this is why they're so scared of PewDiePie. And this is why I don't care if you like PewDiePie. I don't care what you think of PewDiePie. You need to support PewDiePie because he represents the anti-establishment. He represents individual creators. And again, I became a fan of PewDiePie simply because the media kept attacking him. So I finally was like, let me check this guy out, because I've really never cared about him. And he only just aggravated me with his intros. I'm sure a lot of people said that about me, so I'm happy to be in that company. But, you know, but I finally was like, what's the fuss about this guy? Because the Wall Street Journal, or either Wall Street Journal or the Washington Post, one of them, I can't remember, they put out that hit piece on him where they,
the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, they took all of his footage and made him to be like a Nazi sympathizer and all that. And I watched it and I'm like, dude, PewDiePie is so in tune with common sense, and he's for somebody that's this big and he's that rich, he seems very like level-headed. You know, he's never, you know, riding around in Lamborghinis and private jets. He's lit in his little fucking closet, you know, just making videos as the biggest YouTuber. And he's constantly talking about, you know, red pill stuff, you know, he's talking about,
it's about power. That's what's going on here, is the old media is losing the power to new media. And the easiest way to take it down is to, you know, create the apocalypse like they've been creating.
And right now, I mean, the people are speaking. You know, PewDiePie They predicted he was going to be, I think it was like around 60 million. He was like, that's when T-Series would pass him, and people are continuing to keep him number one. Like today I was watching it and it was down to like 50 subs, you know, the gap. And now the last time I looked, it was at like 14,000. I mean, people are just continuing to keep him above because they are saying to the mainstream, to YouTube, to the internet, we support independent creators. We don't want him to be toppled by a corporation full of, you know, just different people with big money. You know, we support the little guy that's out there just doing his thing. And so I've heard a lot of people say, why are so many people so supportive of PewDiePie? It's bigger than PewDiePie, honestly. And he knows this. He knows this is bigger than him. Yeah. The subs he's getting don't even translate to his views. He's still getting about the same amount of views, even though he's getting just ridiculous subs right now. It's people speaking on a bigger platform, and he represents such a bigger picture right now. So for the 172 that are watching, go subscribe to PewDiePie.
He's the biggest voice for the common sense community, so it's definitely worth supporting him. So
he even covered the J.K. Rowling nonsense on Pew News, or on Meme Review. I'm sorry, on Meme Review, and it's so damn funny, man. Whereas like, the new memes was like, J.K. Rowling is like, the latest thing she said is, all the readers are gay. You know, like everybody's gay. You know,
no, that was actually from a satire site. I think.
No, I know that. I know that was the meme he was reading. Is what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Because he did it. He covered it on Meme Review. So he was showing all the memes that were built out of J.K. Rowling. To like, it said like, nobody asks this question yet. Here's J.K. Rowling answering the question that nobody asked. Like nobody needed to know about their intense sexual stuff. Like, what are you doing? You know?
Oh God, that was a beautiful moment of the quartering put this. I think the quartering said of both people coming together in mockery. And mockery is such a beautiful thing, and it's such a necessary thing because mockery can destroy any power instantly. And you know, I think that might shut her up. That might actually shut her up. And
God, I hope so.
But here's the thing: she went after PewDiePie a while back after the correct me, was it Wall Street Journal or Washington Post? I'm sorry, which one was it that went after him?
Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal.
So then J.K. Rowling tweeted calling him a Nazi, calling PewDiePie a Nazi. Like, and that's the type of misinformation that gets shared to these powerful people that have these powerful followings. So when J.K. Rowling, this billionaire woman who's created this unbelievable universe that so many people listen to her word as gospel, she calls PewDiePie a Nazi. Think about how dangerous that is without doing any research whatsoever. So now you got this guy. Now, yes, PewDiePie's a millionaire. He's the biggest YouTuber. He's still a regular guy. He's just like any of us. If we ever, like right now, I mean, and I'm not saying I'm anything special, but I'm looking at going, I don't really grasp sometimes that I have, 100 and something thousand subs and 30 something million views this year. But sometimes I think about it and I'm like, that's kind of fucking freaky, actually. I'm just a normal guy.
Man.
Yeah. And so with PewDiePie, like, he is a grounded individual. So when you're a grounded individual and you see J.K. fucking Rowling calling you a goddamn Nazi to her millions and millions of followers, like, regardless if it's true or not, and obviously it's not, to the people she's tweeting it to, one lunatic could go, if he's a Nazi, he has to be done. We have to take him down. You know, that's the type of dangerous
punch a Nazi.
It's unbelievable, man.
Ridiculous how they continue to just throw out those words.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It gives them justification to use violence, especially when everyone's chanting "punch a Nazi" and you start calling people Nazis. Suddenly, violence is justified. That's the thing that's so fucked up about it.
Don't have the weight they should have because people will use them so flippantly now.
Yeah. It really has lost its meaning.
I want to say good job to Josiah tonight. You're doing a great job on your second stream, buddy. You've got almost 170 watching. And again, this is what I love, man. You got YouTubers that have a bigger following. We're coming together because we know Josiah's been doing a great job on Geeks and Gamers, and now he's doing a great job on his personal channel. And think about this, like when Josiah is going to be at a point, and then Josiah's going to be like, hey, I see this YouTuber that's got, small following and I want to help them. Like, that's what we have to continue doing, helping each other. Cause I'm telling you, every one of us is going to need support one day. They're going to come for me. They're going to take me down at some point. I'm going to be like, can I come on your channel? Cause I don't have one anymore. It's going to happen, And so, but I'm really proud of everybody. And, this has been good stuff. So good job, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And kind of going in that same vein, like it seems like I don't know. It seems like we need to have some sort of foresight for what's going to happen down the line whenever YouTube starts shutting down our type of stuff, which could happen, like I don't know. It's something that I've just been thinking about, like where do we go from here if they're starting to silence the platforms that we rely on for our voices? Like,
yeah, I mean, people keep telling me to start is it BitChute? Is that what it's called? Yeah, and I'm thinking about creating one and just to kind of duplicate upload my videos because, again, man, it's a blessing and a curse in the position I'm in with the money that comes in from Geeks and Gamers. Obviously, it's improved my lifestyle of sorts. I mean, I'm not, I still eat double cheeseburgers and drink cherry Coke, so I'm not eating filet mignon because fuck that, but I'm just saying, like, it's allowing me to, like, make decisions for Geeks and Gamers. We're putting money into a lot of different areas. We're investing money into that. And it scares me because I'm kind of getting comfortable in that aspect from a business standpoint. But every day I'm like, well, what happens if my channel gets taken down? You know what I mean? So it's like, but luckily we do have things in place at Geeks and Gamers where everything's not tied to YouTube, but a lot of it is. But yeah, uploading to BitChute and, continuing to not go crazy with your money if you make it, be conservative with it. Don't turn into Logan Paul. Don't just buy big houses and Ferraris and all that stuff. But I definitely think that sticking together is truly one of the most important things we can do right now. It really is. I mean,
I think also if they really start banning people, I do think you'll see a rise of an alternative at some point. Maybe I don't know if it's necessarily BitChute, but I would definitely get a BitChute channel going to back your stuff up just in case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, look what's happening to Patreon right now. So I think if YouTube banned well, not PewDiePie, but let's just think of somebody. If they ban if they ban the quartering, if they take out Jeremy from the quartering, there would be such an outcry. And then Sargon, who I mean, honestly, is not as big as Jeremy. Jeremy's bigger now, right?
Really?
No, Sargon's bigger.
Sargon does he? Okay,
Sargon's bigger, but I would say Jeremy probably gets more views right now because Jeremy he's got it. He's got the algorithm down, and his videos get insane views. But Sargon has more subs. Sargon has about 900,000 subs. Jeremy's at about probably 600,000 or 700,000 right now. So
sorry, Sargon, I haven't gone to your channel in a while. I used to. I like Dave Cullen, but I'm a Dave Cullen guy. But
he gave me a shout out too. So just wanted to mention
Dave Cullen's awesome. Hey, maybe we can get because I'm reaching out to him. We want to talk about Article 13. So I don't know if you want to jump in on that. Yeah,
he's always in my live streams. So we can do that.
Let's do that. So Patreon is in my town. Actually, I just drove by it today. Drove by Patreon and Twitter today.
It is.
So they just sent out a thing that they're bumping up their prices just out of nowhere after they were late with a payment to a month ago. Month before last, they were late with some people's payments. And this has nothing to do, I'm sure, with kicking off Sargon and then other people leaving. And now they're bumping up their prices to 5% to new people. This isn't for, I think they're grandfathering it in or whatever you want to say it. So I think we can have an impact. And I think YouTube is acutely aware of that. YouTube tried to become Netflix and they're still trying to favor. Look, they changed the damn algorithm for Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And it was noticeable. It was definitely noticeable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. If YouTube goes, then I'm old. I had a good it was fun. There's my website, but I'll just go back to obscurity, I guess.
Well, what I'm thinking about this too, like with Gary and everybody in the chat, is like, when are these corporations like Disney and these bigger corporations? I mean, we're continually speaking against their movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
When, I don't know, when do they meet up with YouTube, or when do they talk to YouTube and say, can we do something? I don't know. I don't know how much YouTube could affect, what we do, but I have to imagine that there could be some way, that they could hinder, our output or how far we can, reach. I don't know, but I mean, just how they even changed the algorithm, and it was slightly noticeable.
It was.
Like, Yeah.
Well, that was one of the things that Dave Cohn pointed out with Article 13. That could be used to go after YouTubers to shut them down if they are saying things that, big companies don't like. So it's a possibility. I don't know, man. It's kind of scary because I see a lot of things that are actually happening in Europe that have the potential to affect us here in the States.
Yeah, it's very, very nerve-wracking. It really is. And I do feel like, the 2016 election will go down as one of the most pivotal moments in recent memory. Just think of it because there's such a reaction on both sides of Trump winning versus Hillary winning. And just imagine what this world looks like without Trump winning and Hillary wins. But I think that, like, I feel like the 2020, is that when the next one is? Yeah, 2020 election. I feel like this is going to be like WrestleMania. Like, this is going to be, Trump's going to come out there and just, he's going to be even more arrogant and conceited than ever before. And the Democrats are going to be just so, like, if you remember, man, like, I don't know how closely a lot of you followed it, and I'm not trying to bring politics into this, but this is part of what's going on in our culture. But if you remember, like, the Republican nomination, Trump, nobody took him seriously. I didn't. Nobody did. And then along the way, like, people like Marco Rubio and Jeb Bush started throwing haymakers like Trump. Like, he pulled them down to his level. Marco Rubio talked about the size of his hands, making an indirect penis joke during a goddamn presidential debate. And I'm like, this is what Trump has done. Like, he's going to drag them down to his level, and you can't fight with him at his level. He's going to win every time. And that's what's going to happen. And I feel like that's going to make things even crazier. That's going to be the circumstances that are produced from this. But all these companies, they're going to react. At this point, I see no way Trump loses the 2020 election. I see nobody on the Democratic Party that even remotely is going to be close to him. And his arrogance is going to be at an all-time level. So the reaction from all of these tech companies, they're going to react even further and more aggressive. And they're going to be more desperate because they're looking at it going, this guy won again. We can't have this continue to happen. That's what worries me about it. You know what I mean?
I think we're going to see another huge crackdown coming for the 2020 election because that's when they banned Alex Jones, was right before the election. I think you're going to see a lot more conservative voices being, silenced by accident, because you have this weird shit going on with Twitter where, conservatives are being silenced. Same thing with Facebook.
Here's the next thing that I'm afraid they're going to use, and they've alluded to this a lot: the comment section. And people can weaponize the comment section. And they're going to start using that. And how did they start using it? For a good reason. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. We just went through I didn't notice it, to be honest with you, but supposedly we just went through a mini adpocalypse because of the kid thing.
Yes.
So I'll just leave it at that. There was a kid thing.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Totally legit. YouTube had to do something. I'm certainly glad they did. But they now have precedent to use the comments. And I hate to even bring it up, but it's good. That's the thing they're going to use if they're going to use it. But
they already started with the super chats too, where if somebody says,
but YouTube is acutely aware of what kind of a platform they have now. I don't think they were before, and they know that if they start messing with the bigger guys, it will hurt it. People will leave this thing. Trust me. I mean, no platform lasts forever. Everything loses its luster. YouTube's took a long time to mature, and it was because of 2016 YouTube started blowing up, and they're aware of that. Like, YouTube's always been around and it's been kind of a thing, but man, 2016, because nobody wanted to watch the news anymore, they're like, I am done with the news. I'm watching YouTube. I'll watch people. And that's when it started blowing up. They have nobody else but I'm sorry, the Orange Man to thank for their success lately, because so many people came over here from both sides, just to because we're tired of the news. We're tired of this narrative.
Absolutely.
I don't think they would screw that. Now, if they do, I mean, I'll quietly say I was wrong as channels start getting deleted, but that'd be dumb. They're making supposedly they're not making any money. I find that hard to believe, but
I don't think they'll do outright bans. I think they'll do things by demonetizing and de-ranking videos. I think that is it's more that kind of shadow banning technique. I think that you'll see a lot more of, more so than anything else, because if they were to start outright banning people, there's a good possibility a lawsuit could be filed against them. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if there's anything anyone actually could do, but it would definitely damage their product and their brand if they start doing that. So I think they'll be more sneaky about it.
Well, and Twitch has certainly forced them to do things that they weren't going to do before, and they finally. And I'm not saying Twitch is the best, competition, but it's certainly competition, and it did force some changes at YouTube for the better, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys like Twitch. I'm not too familiar with it, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I could something like that will happen. I agree that somebody else will get silenced in the next year or so.
Well, look what they did to what's his name, and I don't know if it got cleared up. I'm drawing a blank. The guy that was the Nazi dog, his dog, and
Count Dankula.
Count Dankula. Yeah. He got his entire channel got demonetized. I don't know if they got cleared up. Did I get cleared up, or if he still?
I never heard if it did. That's a good question.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what exactly they did with him, but I know that poor guy can't get a freaking job, so he's like literally screwed.
Yeah.
Hey, he needs to move to America.
Josiah, check your private message on Twitter real quick. So I'll give you a heads up on something. So yeah, I mean, and so with Count Dankula, he's a very relevant name and YouTube person. He also has a lot of baggage that's a lot of unnecessary criticism that comes with him that he didn't earn.
No,
but they last I heard, they completely demonetized his channel after he hit 400,000 subs. So, and he had people like Jeremy from the Quartering, and I even think PewDiePie follows him on Twitter, and I mean, and he had a big support system, but nothing happened from. I don't know if you guys heard something on that. Let me know, but I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, have you heard of Monkey Jones?
Oh yeah, I've heard. I know all about Monkey Jones in that situation. So
yeah. He didn't do anything that broke their guidelines, but they deleted his channel anyway.
Yep, and even PewDiePie even covered that. Even PewDiePie talked about it, and so did Tim Pool.
Yep.
So,
yep, definitely.
Ricada Law. Yeah.
I have to pee like a racehorse, so I will be right back. If you guys want to hold down the live stream,
you're screwed, buddy.
Yeah. Inmates running the asylum now. So,
your channel might get taken down, Josiah.
Well, why don't you take the camera in there and live stream it and see if it helps?
That would have gotten some views. That would have definitely gotten some views. I'm not going to say anything else about
and a huge amount of demonetization as well.
So I hope you guys are enjoying the stream tonight. Josiah is doing a really great job. Like, this is only his second live stream he's ever done, and I think the first one I don't know he had any guests on, but so he's doing a real good job of managing the panel and everything, and so I'm really happy for him. So it's good stuff for sure. So how many Captain Marvel videos do you have in waiting, John? How many you got coming up?
Well, I got another one. I got that Zachary Levi where the Associated Press hit him up for a comment. And to me, it just seems like they were just fishing for they're fishing for a quote from him, fishing for a comment about it's funny they don't ask him about his own movie, but they got to ask him about the misogyny, the trolls, the sexist trolls about Captain Marvel. It's like all the attention goes right back to Captain Marvel. The guy can't even advertise his own movie. And you could see him. He's just dancing. He's trying to give the safest answer he can to the question. And it's already a loaded question. It's like somebody asking, why'd you beat your wife? It's like they're essentially asking, what do you think about the sexist, misogynistic trolls, for Captain Marvel? It's like, well, wait a minute here. That's not even the right. We're already. I mean, he did the best he could with the comment, but essentially, the media is just, they have their agenda, they have their bias, and it's unfortunate. I mean, I think he's going to get flack from both sides for the comment, for what he said.
That's the whole thing. You can't win with those kind of questions.
No, you can't. They're loaded.
You got to start going, what?
Well, I'm sorry. Well, the media wins with that question, and that's all they care about. So
exactly.
Jordan Peterson's actually really good about getting out of those questions.
Yeah, he is. He really is. Josiah's back. Hey, buddy. Hey, we didn't say anything bad about you. It was all nice stuff. It was all Christian stuff. It was all good.
Your channel's still up, you know. So.
Pretty sure you're demonetized now, but
yeah, right. Yeah. I'm going to cover some of these super chats real quick. Let's see here. Where am I at? Another super chat, another $20 super chat from Star Wars for Life. Ruthie, congratulations. Stephanie B is an amazing person. I'm so happy for her. So I'm sure that's talking about the social media thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Congratulations on that, Stephanie. And thank you once again, Ruth. Really appreciate it. Lee Cole the Fourth gave a $10 super chat. Love you guys. I just reached 113. Jeremy, thanks because you gave me a shout out. Watch Us did a review. It's strong character building and Watch Us. Watch Us. Oh, okay. I think he's talking about Us, the movie that just came.
Sounds like it.
It's strong character building and a well-developed female character and love Brightburn trailer. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go see Us when it comes out. I'm really excited about it. And everything that I've heard about it sounds like it's really good. So,
congratulations on the subs. And you did. I didn't do anything. You did it. You chose to get on this platform. It takes the guts to get on this platform to create your first video, and walk that plank basically. So you did it, and congratulations.
Yep, and thanks for the $10 super chat. Really appreciate it, Lee. So thank you. Larry gave a $2 super chat. Gary, what do you think of the Comic Book Men show?
The comic book?
Yeah. Comic Book Men.
Comic Book Men.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, with Kevin Smith.
Oh, the Comic Book Men show. I feel the same way as a doctor does when they watch ER. It's BS. It's staged. It's terrible. It was disappointing to see Kevin Smith. It was kind of a sellout. I really hated that show so much. Sorry to say.
Yeah.
No,
if you've ever been in a comic book shop, it doesn't function like that. It comes off like that, like Pawn Stars a lot.
And hey, I like that kind of stuff. I love that trashy TV. Flipping Vegas is one of my all-time favorite shows. It really is. But
you have no taste.
When it comes to reality TV, I don't. I like the gator hunting show, and I like house flipping shows. And I like Pawn Stars. Actually, my friend is on Pawn. It's still on. The new comic book guy they got, Jamie Newbold. That's my friend. Cool. So he's on there. But they didn't do it well. They didn't set. They had a guy hey, I've got people walking in with a slab Daredevil #1 9.8. I'm like, dude, that never happens ever. And it's try to make it look real, and then the conversations in between. And I don't know, I had high expectations for this show. I really was excited about it. And I'm, because anything about comic shops, I was excited about. That's when I started kind of turning on Kevin Smith a little bit. And, I know he has his health problems and his place in nerd history is cemented there. It is there. He used to be the voice of the people, but he's sold out.
He's completely
sold out. So,
yeah.
I mean,
he sold out when he defended, well, I wouldn't say he sold out then, but it became very apparent he sold out when he was defending The Last Jedi.
Do you think he sold out, or do you think he just has really bad taste?
I don't know. It could be just the fact that since he's, a member of, Hollywood, he kind of has to say certain things.
He does. I think that could be a little bit of both be true though.
It's so confusing, man, because I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, and not so much lately, clearly. I mean, he'll never, much like Adam Sandler, he always made Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, so nothing he can do will ever change that. But Kevin Smith made, Clerks and Clerks 2, which Clerks 2 is that's my go-to movie. That's my happy movie. If I am, feeling down or whatever, I just turn Clerks 2 on and I just feel happy. It just makes me feel good. And so no matter what, and I love all of his movies, Jay and Silent Bob, all of them, but Kevin Smith used to always, have that edge to him during, his evening with Kevin Smith. He would say the things nobody else would say. He would talk about situations. He talked about Prince. He talked about John Peters. He talked about a lot of people that and within the industry that nobody else would say. And it's just so weird to figure out how he's gotten to this place where he's so politically correct about everything he says now. He doesn't want to criticize anybody. He doesn't want to criticize anything, and he wants to cry about everything that ever came out. And again, man, I used to kind of get really moved by him being emotional over stuff until he became emotional over every single thing that he watched. And I'm like, okay, it's lost its. No, dude, I don't even care anymore. So it's just confusing because, like I said, he used to have that edge. He used to drop bombs on people, and now it's like, what?
Red State, man, that was a great movie. I got to see him live when they had Red State here in town, and that was pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to meet him or anything, but just to hear him talk and about the movie and about Hollywood and all this stuff, it was really, really cool.
Yep.
I had no idea they did a Clerks too.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the original Clerks. I thought that was incredible.
So great.
But
they may do a third one, I think.
Yeah, they might do a third one.
The TV show, the animated show was genius.
Oh God, that was so good.
Freaking
so
genius.
you really gotta watch Clerks 2. Clerks 2 is phenomenal. Oh my God. Especially the Lord of the Rings and Return of the Jedi discussion, or the donkey. Never mind, I'm not gonna say anything. So I don't want to say anything else.
Yeah.
But it's so good. Oh God, there's so many one-liners in this movie I want to say right now, but I'm going to respect John. Yes.
That's the only thing I can say.
Well, I love the first one. I was like, gosh, this guy pretty much made this from nothing. Like he wrote it on like probably practically like a no-budget film, and he created a great movie. So I got to see this one.
He spoke to a generation. Like back when that movie came out, I've said this on other live streams, like every kid in their teens or my age in mid-20s was working retail.
Yep.
So if you were a clerk, you could identify with, and he was saying things everybody wanted to say, because that was the only job you could get. I mean, it was a great job. Now that I look back on it, the pay sucked, but we got to listen to music all day. It was pretty fun. Like retail was fun, but it was cathartic to watch that movie. So
I want to and even some of the movies like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back had its really great moments. It didn't come together as good as I wanted it to, but I'll never forget even on Dogma. And Dogma, the best part of Dogma, it's my favorite thing when they're sitting there with Chris Rock and he's like, tell us something nobody else knows. And he's like, tells Jay, he's like, you masturbate more than anybody on the planet. And he says, everybody knows that. He goes, yeah, but you think about guys when you do it.
Oh gosh.
So good, man. But yeah, Kevin Smith, like Nerdrotics said, man, he's his place in nerd, culture is cemented, but it's hard to take him seriously anymore, man. It really is. Yeah. So
let's see here. Duct Tape Kia Jeremy just gave a 99-cent super chat, so thank you for that. Star Wars for Life Ruth just gave a $4 super chat. San Diego Comic-Con is the best one, hands down. So yeah, I have never been there. Have any of us been to the San Diego Comic-Con? Or
I have not. I'm sure Gary has, haven't you?
Gary has.
Yeah, I grew up down there, and I've been over 30, and this is my last one. This is the 50th San Diego Comic-Con this year. Yep.
Wow.
This will be my last.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to. I've been. It's just not funny. Plus, I want to go up to different cons, but it's honestly, you can go there now and not go inside and have a great time. If you can get a hotel in San Diego, they have so many things going on in the city now. It's nerdy gras. It's straight up nerdy gras now. And you could do stuff outside that'll keep you busy all day for 4 days, and you go check out San Diego and still come there and have a good time without going inside. So
Cool.
If you want to try that.
Forever Sci-Fi gave a $5 super chat. Dylan and Ivonava from Babylon 5 and Sam Carter from Stargate 1 were strong women. SJW strong women are just men in drag.
The irony is that nobody personifies that more than Carol Danvers in Marvel Comics.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
Carl Danvers.
They want their classification of strong women is like physically strong in a lot of ways usually, and it's just not. That's not usually what makes a strong woman. You know?
For a while they were actually drawing Carol to the point where she looked like a trans man.
It's true.
Oh man,
it was bad. It was really, really bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There was a Jodie Whittaker article I got to dig up where she was praising. They've talked openly about they want to put more women to traditionally male roles, and they're going to start writing sexless basically, and they pulled it off in one show, Legion. They wrote a character for a 50-year-old man, and then they got Aubrey Plaza to play it, but she's like a particular kind of crazy and really good. She's like really good. She's
I heard they did the same thing for Ripley too.
Did they might have. I would totally believe that. It works sometimes, but you have to get the right actress. Sigourney Weaver is a great actress.
Yes.
Like Jodie Whittaker, Brie Larson suck. They're not good. You know, they might have auditioned well, but they suck.
Yeah.
Anna did a great video today. It's an hour long, but watch it. And she put a video of, it's an interview with Brie Larson through Wired, and then it's the Olsen, I forgot her name, but the Scarlet Witch. Elizabeth Olsen, and you see those two back to back getting the same questions, and you see the difference. And just go watch the video. It's a great video.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Proper Jeremy gave a $10 super chat. I'm disappointed whenever there's a new G&G video without you, Josiah. I rewatched the video when you met Jeremy in a hotel, and he was like, Josiah, now you have risen and you deserve it.
I so agree with that.
That's right. Well, and it's important to me because I've wanted to kind of get the Geeks and I've wanted to get the Geeks and Gamers channel to where it could, you know, live without me every day, you know. And Josiah has, you know, when he came back on and he started really, you know, showing that how much he has evolved, it really gave me the confidence to go, you know, I think now like I can start making this move where I'm still going to be there. I'm still part of Geeks and Gamers YouTube channel. I'm never going away, but now it's giving me a little time to step away from that so I can focus on other aspects of Geeks and Gamers, because we have so many moving parts. And I've known Josiah for a long time. I trust him completely. And, you know, he's just doing such a great job, and I'm really happy and proud of him. And so I'll focus on my personal channels to kind of do that daily stuff. Eventually I'll get to that point, but I'm still at Geeks and Gamers. I'm still going to be on the channel. I'm still probably going to be the face of the channel, but you know, Josiah is going to be right there with me, and I'll, along with Jesse and, you know, Odin and, you know, Ivan, and, you know, hopefully we can get Anna to make some appearances, but I know I want her to focus on her channel because that's the most important thing right now. And anybody else, you know, that's within our wheelhouse. I mean, it's like John, the reason John hasn't done a video is mainly because, and I get it, you know, because John's like, it's the structure, you know, like I don't, he didn't want to stay on a weekly, you know, grind. Like, hey, every Tuesday I got to get a video to Jeremy. That wouldn't work for me either. You know, like it's just some people it works for some people and others does. Not that John doesn't want to make videos. It's just that, you know, the structure side of it. But the door's open for him to make something for us. But I want him to focus on his channel too. I want everybody focusing on their channel first and foremost. And if they, you know, like right now, Jesse's in a real good groove and a real good rhythm, because it's definitely, every time she makes a video for Geeks and Gamers, it definitely helps her subs. You know, she's getting subs off of it. And that's really what I want, is I want to make sure that if you're making videos for Geeks and Gamers, it's helping you grow your personal brand too. You know, I'm not trying just to get, oh, you got to put topics on me. I'm trying to push as many subs your way as possible because I want everybody to grow. So yeah, anyway, that's it. So, and screw you, Proper Jeremy. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I really do appreciate that, Proper Jeremy, because you know, me coming back to the Geeks and Gamers channel after it's grown so much, you know, 130,000+ subscribers and all that, you know, it's like, it's a little bit crazy. You know, I'm kind of like the new guy in a way, because a lot of these people haven't seen where I've come from with the Geeks and Gamers channel over the past like 5 years. And, you know, when I'm coming back and stuff, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, who's this random dude that's just showing up on the YouTube channel and all that stuff. So it's good to hear that some people are appreciating me being there. So
they definitely are. They definitely are. So
yeah. And let's see here. Party on Sparty 18 says Josiah is a Chad. So there's that, and he gave $2. So
I think that's a compliment, right? Isn't that a compliment?
What is it? So
it's like a man's man type of thing, something like that. So I think so. I think that's what that means.
Benedicts of Film gave a $5 super chat. Iron Fist season 2 was a disgrace. Same with Punisher season 2. I couldn't.
What is it?
I don't know if this is right or not. See, I'm old. Chad is derogatory slang is a young urban American man, typically single in his 20s or 30s. The region between the balls and the other hole. Yeah, I'm going on Urban Dictionary. I'm just. Hey, you got $2 out of it. I mean, just yeah, you tell me whatever you want for $2, dude.
Hey, also while you're there, man, look up Boomer.
Ad all day long, pay me. I don't care.
Oh, that's good. All right, I gotta look this up. I gotta get my internet slang down. So
it doesn't. It just doesn't sound that bad. Like, oh, Chad, like seems pretty harmless.
Yeah, I gotta look this up now.
Maybe you're hanging Chad from
there we go.
Jeremy State. Yeah.
All right. So Urban Dictionary. What a Chad. A phrasing describing a stereotypical young urban white male, typically single in his 20s. The phrase is usually used to denote stereotypical Chad behavior, which is usually derogatory. All right. So all right, a phrase number 2 is a phrase used by sad, lonely incels to describe normal people who talk about women instead of hiding in their basement and blaming women for how pathetic they are while ranting.
I don't know how I found this one. The region between the balls and the
no, that's the first result that I saw, and so then I moved past that because that's Chad, and then what a Chad is the second one.
What a freaking Chad.
But now, like, all right, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of different meanings. So
there is.
The one that I found was a piece of waste material removed from card or tape by punching.
Okay.
Dangling Chad.
Dangling Chad. Yeah. I knew a lot of it. It was a very popular name in Southern California for sure. Chad. Hey, Chad.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So, same with Punisher season 2. I couldn't finish either one. That's from Fanadix of Film. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I never watched Punisher season 2. I just never got around.
Don't bother, man.
It's garbage.
I watched the first few episodes and I was telling myself I loved it because I do love John Bernthal in that role because I think he's perfect.
He's great.
But I found myself not caring about the next episode, and I think after 4, I just stopped, and I was like, I don't even care. And then they announced it was canceled, which we all knew that was coming anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even care to watch it because it really was moving in the direction I didn't care about, even though I thought I cared about it because I'm like, John Bernthal's Punisher, motherfuckers, I want to watch this shit. But really, the story was really bad, and they were kind of tucking it for him. It felt like. So
yeah, they had a whole scene dedicated to a woman complaining that a man told her to smile. It's just like,
are you serious?
Yes, I am dead serious. That was in it. It was terrible. Absolutely, it didn't need to be there.
Oh my god.
Hey, there was a good friend in the chat, and this is no disrespect for you. He and I disagree on the CW. And a lot of people have brought up, like, I don't think the CW is that SJW. I think Supergirl in particular is very SJW. And I watched the big crossover, which I did overall enjoy. The big crossover they did. But there was a scene between Clark Kent and Lois Lane where Lois Lane had to complain about her not getting paid as much as Clark Kent. The wage gap. They had to mix in the wage gap. It was a great scene. They were on the Smallville farm from Smallville. And then they had Superman, and they had Lois Lane, who, by the way, if you read the comics, she gets paid more than Clark. By the way, she's like the top fucking. Damn, sorry, Joe. She's the top reporter. There's no wage gap with Lois Lane. Okay, it's God dang it. So that's and I'm like, I'm gonna try this show, and that was the first 5 minutes I watched because I got into it late. I ended up watching the whole thing, and I'm like, yeah, see, I'm not wrong about this show. It got so bad, and actually at the time, I didn't know what was pissing me off about it. I was just like, I don't want to watch this anymore. So
it was bad before it got on the CW. I couldn't get past episode 2. It was like, this is feminist trash.
But Supergirl in particular, I liked all the other stuff. I loved Legends of Tomorrow first season. I loved the Flash first 2 seasons. I love the Arrow first 2 seasons. But then, yeah, dude, and then you get into Black Lightning, and it's like, oh god, I can't even review this. At the time, before I got, when I was a safe channel, I was like, I'm not gonna review this. I'm not gonna review this. This is gonna bring way too much shit. Already, and that was after I tried to review Star Trek Discovery straight the first season. I tried to just be even about it, and it was impossible. It was you couldn't go there. It's like it was one or the other. So
now, and I never watched Supergirl. I wanted to because I thought she was hot. But
she's so annoying.
But the only thing I was going to start watching it when they brought Superman on because he actually had the right look for Superman. But was he any good as Superman?
He was a decent Superman. He really was. When they don't write him like they always have to depower him a little so he doesn't outshine Supergirl. Or she's always the lead. That's fine. It's her show.
Yeah.
And actually, in the comics, she is a tiny bit stronger than him. So, and because she's technically older and stuff. But the first iteration, whatever. But he's done good. I forgot his name, but he was actually a pretty decent Superman when given the proper writing. So, I don't like his costume. The way the cape, it looks like it's taped on his costume. But
yeah,
I seen the advertising for that, and it was like Superman coming in Supergirl or whatever. It was like crazy. They know exactly what they're doing.
I want to watch this. Oh, sorry. Was I not supposed to say that? No. They're only cousins.
They did spell it C-O-M. By the way, for everybody in the chat. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, right.
we could just move on from that.
No, I can't now. No.
Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction story, gave a $2 super chat and said, excluding Endgame, what movies are you excited for? So let's see. Comics Division, do you want to start with that?
I'm actually excited to see what kind of a train wreck episode 9 is going to be, because there's all these fluff pieces coming out saying, oh, the fans are going to love it. The fans are going to love it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a train going 180 miles an hour straight into a brick wall. Other than that, any other films that are coming out? Ah, geez, I know there's something coming out that I want to see, but it's not coming to mind.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy, you got anything?
What's the question?
Oh, Hellboy.
What? Yeah, Hellboy. Yeah. What movies are you excited for besides Endgame?
I mean, I'm still cautiously excited for Toy Story 4 because I can't not be, because it's Toy Story. Godzilla looks amazing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And there is a part of me that is looking forward to episode 9. I mean, I am a J.J. Abrams fan. I don't think this movie is going to be good. I think the movie can be good in isolation, at least. It has the potential to be good, but I don't think the trilogy is going to be good. I think the trilogy is going to be absolutely garbage, and it's going to be very disjointed. I'm looking at the chat now just to see what people are saying. So, yeah, John Wick 3, obviously, for sure. But, yeah, I'd say Godzilla is probably the movie that I'm probably looking forward to the most. That's at the top of my on top of my head right now, because the stuff surrounding Toy Story 4, and obviously that's outside of Endgame. Endgame is the most excited I am, but Godzilla looks fantastic. So.
Yes, it really does.
Yeah.
What about you, John?
Yeah, I would have to say, I mean, I was definitely more psyched for Endgame before I seen that trailer for Endgame, but
you were more psyched?
I was before, and now after I'm just it's waned. Like I'm still we'll see. I'm very cautious now, but
is it the style of the trailer or because of Captain Marvel showing up at the end?
Because of Captain Marvel at the end. The trailer itself, right up to that point was great.
Sure.
So
yeah.
It was definitely comparable. It was I like the idea of looking back on all that has been. It's that was a cool thing to do. I guess Godzilla definitely is another one that I'm looking forward to. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's new movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Curious. He's so far. I mean, he's been really consistent in terms of like his films. So, and it's got it's got DiCaprio in it, Pitt, Margot Robbie. So yeah. It's got a.
I think Joaquin Phoenix is in it too. If I'm
really
or. Not Joaquin Phoenix. Who's the other guy that I always get those two mixed up with each other? Are
you trying to say all white people look the same?
Oh man, I can't even remember his name off the top of my head, but he's another big actor. But yeah. What about you, Gary?
Downton Abbey, the movie, for sure.
Oh my gosh.
No. Film wise, it's not Endgame. I don't watch too many movies. I was gonna say, you took the words. I'm going to see it tomorrow. I'm going to see Shazam.
Shazam.
I'm very excited for Shazam. And then after that, It Volume 2, maybe. It Chapter 2. I can't even think of what is coming after Endgame. Like, you know what? I'm not excited about Spider-Man at all.
Ooh,
like,
me either.
at all.
That
like,
trailer,
least bit.
Yeah, we talked about this last night on Mahler's live stream. I think Mahler actually said he was excited for Far From Home, and I was like, Lee, I'm shocked. I'm shocked because I am not. The trailer didn't look good. I don't like Homecoming. I love Tom Holland in the role, but I don't like the world he inhabits. I don't like that world. But that trailer didn't look good to me.
Oh, the Herminator. When the Herminator comes out, the Terminator 6, the Herminator.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
I'm looking at the release schedule. Damn it, I can't believe that Joker movie's coming out this year. They shot it like on a TV schedule.
Yeah.
They just shot that movie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're flipping, dude. Venom. I remember Venom like had a 6-month turnaround. I remember they were filming it here right near my wife's salon, and then all of a sudden it's in the theaters. I'm like, how are they doing this now? And you know, it kind of looked like it, but
yeah.
No, wait, Angry Birds 2. It's coming out of my birthday. So that's it.
Oh man. I would like to see what else is 2019 release.
I have no idea what's coming out. I mean, Shazam is something I'm looking forward to. I mean, that trailer has been really good.
I will say, and I know this is probably not a popular thing to say right now because it's a movie tied to Mickey, but and shockingly, I'm excited for Dumbo. I think Dumbo looks pretty good. And I'm not the biggest Tim Burton fan. Like when I heard Dumbo, Tim Burton, I was picturing Dumbo with like black mascara on his eyes and scissor hands, and it's a Helen Botham Carter because she's in every Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
But the trailer looked pretty damn great actually. Like I was pretty excited about that, and I'm not like it looks pretty good. So Dumbo looks pretty damn good to me. Aladdin looks terrible.
Yeah.
Awful.
I haven't watched the trailer for that one. I just don't care about it.
Yeah,
I want to be excited for Hellboy, but I heard David Harbour talk about they're going to explore Hellboy's toxic masculinity in the film.
Yeah, I heard about that. I thought that was a joke.
We have a celebrity in the stream. We have a celebrity in the stream. The biggest superstar on YouTube is here.
Not even. Hello, guys.
Oh, wow.
What's going on?
Yeah, Anna. What's up, Anna?
What's up, Anna?
John. Nice to finally talk to you.
Yeah, nice to finally see you.
So Josiah, you got a big celebrity here now. So
yeah, thank you for joining us, Anna.
No problem. Thank you for having me. What are we talking about?
We are talking about most anticipated movies of 2019 right now. And we were kind of so depressed as we talked about them.
What's even coming out this year?
I know, like the one that most of us were like Godzilla. I think everybody's looking forward to Godzilla. And like Shazam comes out this weekend, and
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is definitely.
Is it this week? I thought it was the 11th. It's coming out.
No, there's a preview screening tomorrow that you can still get tickets for.
Oh,
you're going Fandango. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, Pet Cemetery, is a Pet Cemetery coming out this year?
Yeah,
in another week.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, trailer pretty good.
I got to stop focusing on clickbait. Nah. Yeah, I'm just looking through this list right now.
Dark Phoenix is coming out too.
Yeah,
I'm not excited. I'm not excited.
Yeah, not with what's her face in the role. I'm not feeling that one at all. Hobbs and Shaw, Fast and Furious spinoff. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah.
Look, at this point, I will be disappointed. I will be disappointed if they are not at some point in the next 5 years. If the Fast and Furious they are not in space battling sharks. All right, like, I'm really gonna be pissed off if we don't get to this point.
That is such a trash franchise.
No, like people know, like every time people hear, like they ask me because I'm always talking about my car and they're like, oh, you must love the Fast and Furious movies, and I do, but it's not because of the car aspect. Yeah. It's kind of like how Gary was talking about like comic book men and how this is nothing to like. That is not a comic book. The Fast and Furious has nothing to do with real street racing. None of that shit's real. Like that is so overplayed. But I love the family dynamic in those Fast and Furious movies. Like you do feel it. And of course, when Paul Walker passed away, which still kind of breaks my heart to even think about it. But like him and Vin Diesel were like brothers, and you felt that. And so I do enjoy that aspect of it. They are, I'm not going to say the R word, but they are stupid. They are very stupid movies. Like they are completely like, don't take them seriously. It's trash. They're not good movies, but they do have heart. And so I enjoy them from that aspect.
One movie, I'm not into Pokemon. That was like way after my time, but man, Detective Pokemon looks freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
it really does. I'm actually pretty excited about that. This last trailer that they released for it was really good.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited for that.
I got to ask Anna something real quick, if that's okay. I'm sorry to interrupt. Have you seen the Toy Story 4 trailer yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. I need your feedback on this. So,
okay, well, you know how I felt about the last Toy Story movie, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one.
Yeah, we're lucky we're still friends through that opinion, but that's okay. So.
What are some movies you're looking forward to, Anna?
Probably the Quentin Tarantino one, because I love his movies.
You are a Tarantino person. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. So
yeah, Tarantino movies are a legitimate experience when you go see them and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. So.
Yeah. All right. So Josiah's got. Somebody disliked the stream finally. You motherfucker, whoever you are. I'm sorry.
Was that you?
I'm
sorry,
sorry,
Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is Josiah's stream.
Sorry, proper Jeremy. Yeah,
I apologize, Josiah. Pray for me, Josiah.
Let me get to some more super chats here. Fan Edix of Film gave a $5 super chat. Alex Jones is confirmed as the next Batman. Video about it.
Better than Affleck.
Yeah. Proper Jeremy gave a $2 super chat. I'm still offended by Nerdrotics comments on Axel. Sounds like
what happened?
He sounds like he's guy being such a snowflake about that.
What did you say about Axel?
I said about Axel. Axel was for one, I'm a longtime Guns N' Roses fan. I saw them before they were big. So yeah, let's stop. Axel was charging $275 for a ticket, and I'm like, I want to go. And then I heard their Vegas, like they did a Vegas Halloween show or something like that, and his voice was just torched. I'm like, oh my God, this sounds terrible. And it really did. And I listened to him with AC/DC. I'm like, that was pretty good. That was decent. He's nowhere near what he used to be. Nowhere. And that's understandable. But I was like, and the only thing I said is there's no way I was paying $275 for that. I'll just remember that when I saw him young, opening up for Aerosmith, at the Hollywood Bowl, and yeah, playing Mama Kin with Steven Tyler. And I'll just remember that. But proper Jeremy spurged out like the little SJW that he is, and he's still mad about it.
Yeah, you don't hate on Guns N' Roses, man.
Now tell me this. Tell me this, because I from what I heard, Guns N' Roses.
He said that's not what you said. He says you said something else.
He sucked. What else did I say?
He's calling you a liar.
You tell me I don't know what I said?
Apparently.
Cause you're a liar. But
I'll burn your soul.
Yeah, it's such a drama.
My Henry Rollins too.
I remember. I can't remember how old I was when that came out, and I was just like, I'm terrified.
That's Rollins, man. You should have seen him with
He says you said he sucked,
flag,
and
dude.
that's it.
Sorry,
I didn't say suck. You're okay, proper Jeremy. You better take your ears back to school. Then that's not what I said.
But with Guns N' Roses, aren't they killing it actually? Like on their tour, like they're selling out like crazy, aren't they?
Yeah, totally.
They're killing it. Like Axl Rose, man. Axl Rose was the coolest mofo alive back in the day, you know, when GNR was killing it. And seeing him now, man, it's like, I don't want to get old. Oh my God, I don't want to get old. See how
he wasted 10 years of his life making Chinese Democracy with members of Nine Inch Nails and just a rotating band and Buckethead. And like, listen, I know my Guns N' Roses. Okay, please. I love the guy, and he freaking dicked around for 10 years and then he finally comes back to Guns, you know, to the real band when he needs his damn money. And that's great. And I wanted to see him, but they're a shadow of their former selves. Axl he used to give it to the media all the time. Oh my God. He's inspiring how much shit he used to give the media. I loved it.
I agree with everything you're saying. I mean, it's kind of like the Kevin Smith effect, you know, like I'll never ever forget Kevin Smith for what he was and the balls he had, you know, and then the things he's given me that mean so much to my life, you know, Clerks 1 and Clerks 2, but Kevin Smith's a joke now. I would not call Axl Rose a joke at this point, but he's such a shell of the greatness that he was, and it's his own ego that got him in that position, dude. Like, you know, the band back in the day, like they were the coolest, you know, with Slash and everybody, and they just, with all the nonsense that Axl pulled over the years, to only finally pull it back together after he failed for so long. It's a shame of what it could have been, I guess, you know, all those years and all the great music that they could have still provided. Don't get me wrong, I love GNR, but you know,
GNR was on their way to being the Stones, like the second version of the Stones, on their way. And I know a lot of people don't like, I think User Illusion 1 and 2 are freaking genius albums that I listen to a lot to this day. I think they're masterpieces, and they took forever to make. And you know what? Chinese Democracy isn't that bad. I just wish Slash was on it, but you know, that's me. And it wasn't worth a 10-year wait.
Good job, Proper Jeremy, for pulling that one off. You got us all talking about Guns N' Roses.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. Black Angus Reviews gave a $5 super chat. Doing a bi-weekly Star Wars parents stream every Wednesday night. Hit me up on Twitter or Facebook, links if you want on. Other sci-fi welcome. Joe, Nerd, G&G, all welcome. So there we go.
Black Angus, good people.
Black Angus, thank you for all of your support for all of us. We all know that you're very supportive to all of us, so thank you for that. Daddy Pants 11 gave a $10 super chat. Beer money for the working man. Cheers, Josiah. Thank you. I can't promise that I'll buy beer with it, but I'll buy some root beer. How about that? There you go.
Berry juice and apple juice. Mix them together. It's a party.
So. All right. I'll have to try that sometime.
Apple juice.
Yeah. Star Wars for Life gave it a $5 super chat. Smash that melee button, everyone. Going to work. Words of Darth Vader. No.
Rudy, you've been awesome tonight. Thank you so much.
Support seriously means a lot to me. So thank you for that. Lethal Lightning gave a $2 super chat. Lethal equals Chad. Proper Jeremy equals incel. Sounds like we're gonna have a bit of a war here in the chat section.
Oh, there's no war. We love Proper Jeremy.
Proper Jeremy gave a $2 super chat. Proper equals pitcher. Lethal equals catcher.
God damn!
Wow,
they're trying to get your channel banned already.
Oh my gosh!
This is a Christian channel, okay? Why are you trying to pollute with all of your nonsense? Josiah's, I said, guys, Josiah's a good guy. I'm an asshole, okay? I'm a sarcastic douchebag. He's going to be like, thank you so much, guys. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to heal you, my child. I'll call you the pork wallet. Leave this stuff from my chat. Josiah is too clean for this, okay?
No, I appreciate it. It's fun.
I'm surprised I haven't burst into flames yet. So.
Yeah. Right. See that heathens on your channel.
Yep. You guys are already turning Josiah to the dark side. Look at this. He's like, no, bring it. Throw the money. I don't care. Talk about sex. Talk about beer. It's okay as long as you're giving me money.
Oh, man. I worked in a factory for 10 years, so I've been a little bit tainted since then. So let's see here. Party on Sparty gave a $5 super chat. WTF, guys. Chad just means someone who gets lots of female genitalia.
How come the Urban Dictionary on Google didn't? How am I supposed to keep up being an old ass boomer when I don't understand this shit? You guys,
good. You finally looked up Boomer.
So,
yeah.
Anna, did you hear that discussion earlier about the Chad? So
No.
somebody called Josiah a Chad, and we're like, what's a Chad? You know, so we had to Google it.
That's from a movie.
Sent me a definition for Chad on Twitter.
I used to have a 21-year-old living here, kept me up to date on everything, but then thank God he finally moved out. And
that's what Urban Dictionary is for.
So
that keeps you up to date.
What Proper Jeremy sent me. Chad, the anti-incel. A Chad is a man who's sexually successful, who's charismatic and handsome and clever. Incels have an odd relationship with Chads, simultaneously loathing and worshiping them. Their theory is that even women who eventually marry betas will still want Chads and will invariably cheat.
I like this Chad. There you go. Yeah.
I'm trying to think that it's from a movie. I just can't place it.
Incredible. That's incredible.
A Christian Chad at that. Okay, wrap your head around that one, SJWs. Okay, so what movie? A movie? I don't know if I've heard it in a movie. I'm sure it is. So
It is. It's in one of like those chick flick movies. I'm trying to remember.
That's amazing. Thank you for clarifying that, Proper Jeremy. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the compliment, I guess. Party on Sparty. Thank you for that. And you're not entirely wrong. I do get lots of female genitalia. Lethal Lightning gave a $2 super chat. Lethal equals Dom. Proper equals submissive.
Oh my God, you're having them battle it out through super chats. I remember that one time. What were they battling out on super chats on my channel with? It was I can't remember, something stupid, but it turned into like $20, $30, $50, $100 super chats. They were battling it out. And I'm like, keep going, guys, keep going.
Yeah, those are the best ones, man.
Let's see here. Where are we at? Proper Jeremy gave a $2 super chat. Proper equals sadist. Lethal equals masochist. Argument invalid. You guys need to stop.
Did Stephanie leave? Did I not get to tell Stephanie bye? I think Stephanie left. So
I don't blame her.
Yeah, I don't either, actually.
Considering what direction though.
But if she's still watching, just make sure everybody, because we have new viewers in, it's congratulate Steph. Oh, she's here. There she is. There she is.
The chat for Stephanie.
Yeah, so Stephanie is part of the Geeks and Gamers team officially. She is part of our social media team. So congrats to her. So there she is. Okay. All right. Proper Jeremy, I didn't ask you. Okay. I don't need your opinion. Okay.
Be nice to him.
Good old Proper Jeremy.
He's great. The Price is Right review gave a $20 super chat. Thank you so much for that. I hate Supergirl, but the fact they soiled Superman to prop up Supergirl, especially the last CW crossover with him leaving Earth. CW Superman for me is the WWE character being beaten down to make the other heroes look good.
Yeah, that's the CW. It's sad. Had so much potential.
It really did. It really did. I loved the first couple seasons of Flash. I thought they were amazing.
Yeah.
And it just went to pot, which is sad. Let's see. Proper Jeremy gave a $5 super chat. Who's the chick who stole the sweater from an 11-year-old Harry Potter?
I don't know that. What? Am I lost on this one?
I'm not sure what that is.
Wait, read the question again.
That's a mean question to Anna, but there's talking about.
And after Anna she stuck up for you, Proper.
Oh, so that's what it is. Okay, go ahead, read it again, Josiah.
What's the question?
Stuck up for
Who's the chick who stole the sweater from an 11-year-old Harry Potter?
Right after she sticks up for you, dude.
That's what happens when you stick up for SJW. They turn on you immediately.
With Proper Jeremy? Nah. It's okay. This sweater's nice, and it probably would fit an 11-year-old.
Oh man, I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on there. So.
Gateway Comics gave a $5 super chat. Hey, from Texas, y'all are my favorites next to EVS and
Comicsgate.
Comicsgate. Okay, I'm inspired to create movie reviews now, although my focus is comic reviews. Thank you all. And anything anybody wants to say about that?
Well, I mean, you definitely find inspiration from different people, and like I said earlier, everybody here will tell you that they've been inspired by me, and I'm not saying that, but I've been inspired by them. That's what they don't understand. Everybody everybody, you know, inspires me and keeps me motivated to continue to get better by seeing what they're doing and how they're evolving. You know, like John, like I said, John's been killing it lately on his channel. And I'm just like, man, I can't, like, every time I'm like, because everybody knows I never stop working. But I mean, you know, you all kind of like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I just want to sit here and watch Netflix, and I get a notification, John Talks has a new video. Fuck, I got to get up and work, you know, because it's like, you know, so everybody, it motivates everybody. So now that you've found the inspiration, become the inspiration. You know what I mean? Work your ass off, develop a following, and then start inspiring people with what you're doing, you know? And so that's really cool. So we're happy to hear that.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's cool that people get inspired just for the fact that it just brings more people out there to give their voices and all that stuff. So I think that's
definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah, Diversity in Comics was the one who inspired me to start speaking out with the whole thing that was going on with Marvel.
Yep. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for that $5 super chat, Gateway. Does anyone have anything else they want to add to that? Or?
Well, I mean, for me, it was like, I would have to say Jeremy. And of course, you know, I mean, well, I told him this in his birthday video. I was like, you know, he's an inspiration to me. And he really, I would say he highlighted and he really made me aware of like the SJW agenda and pop culture, and like really made me take a closer look at what was really going on. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, like I told him, I kind of just took a page out of his book and, you know, kind of made it my own. But ultimately, you know, I've definitely had mad respect for his channel. And yeah, just seeing it blow up is just, yeah, it's been pretty damn cool. So, yeah.
And yeah, and I don't feel like I'm, you know, anything special, because I'm not. But when I hear stuff like that, that's fucking cool, man. You know, like John's better at YouTube than I am. I don't know. All of these guys are. Everybody. Anna's the best of all of us, and I don't say that to kiss her ass. I've been telling her that since day one. You know, like I am not the best YouTuber here. I'm not. I might have the most subs for right now, and that's fine. But I'm not the best YouTuber. I've hit the algorithm. I've gotten lucky. And again, without these guys and these girls to motivate me, you know, they play such a part into what I'm doing, and I'm happy that I've played some part into some of the things they're doing. But yeah, it's good stuff all the way around. So
definitely, yeah. For me, it was a lot. It was Midnight's Edge, World Class Bullshitters in the beginning for the podcast portion, and then just seared into my head is a Jeremy video from
stop
earlier in the year.
My name.
So the Doctor Who thing, I have been freaking pissed off about it since the announcement. But I wasn't saying anything on the channel. I was playing it safe, and I saw his video that said, you know, don't play it safe. Just say what you're going to say. Yeah. And I was reviewing Doctor Who, and I spurged. I just on the first episode, I just completely spurged out, and all of a sudden I look down, and there's like people watching, and I'm like, well, I don't even care now. I was so mad I didn't care. And I just started making Doctor Who videos because I actually, you know, and I was aware of the SJWism going on in Marvel. I just, you know, your boy Zach, I was watching his videos. He's a bit of an inspiration too in the early days. I think he was one of the early he was, you know, the early voice in a lot of things. Not the first, but an early voice.
And you've been pretty candid about things on my channel as well.
Yeah. As far as the comic book, but I always still kind of held back a little bit. I don't know, because I just didn't feel like I didn't want to get in. Listen, I was still going to open up my comic shop, and I still had to maintain some relationships. I have obviously burned up some of those relationships, and yeah, I don't get, you know, messages back anymore, and that's fine. I expected that.
I'm actually glad you didn't go to open your comic shop, because this is such a terrible time to do it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
This turned out way better.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would have been broke for 2 years, and I wouldn't be doing the YouTube channel anymore. So, but yeah, Jeremy's video was definitely a catalyst of, yeah, I can't remember if it was a car video or you were just rambling, but I remember what you said. You said, don't just, you know, speak your voice, don't hold back. And you said, you know, I was playing it safe. And yeah, I remember that one. I was working at Tesla.
Well, yeah, I mean it's exactly what I've said multiple times. You are going if you get any following whatsoever, you get any relevance whatsoever. It doesn't matter what you say. You will piss people off. You will have critics. You will have haters. You will have people that want to come after you for various reasons. So if that is the truth of the situation, that's the reality of the situation, then be honest with yourself and don't dance around these issues and just say what you need to say and let everything fall where it may, because I tried that game. I tried to ride the fence. Josiah is the only person here that has known me long enough to know, and he saw it firsthand. It just didn't work. It didn't work. Now, again, were we successful? Yeah. I mean, I still had a really good following. A lot of people looked up to me and everything like that. And I felt good about myself, but I was losing my ass. I lost money left and right. I was giving video game systems away just for people to watch my fucking video. Josiah remembers this. I walked into a Best Buy. I didn't just start doing stupid shit, okay? I've been doing stupid shit for a long time. But I walked into a Best Buy and I'm like, I'm going to buy an Xbox One. I'm going to buy an Xbox One S. They're going to subscribe to the channel. We can get like 10,000 subscribers. We got maybe 70, you know, maybe. And I'm sure they all unsubbed after they lost, you know. The content pulls the people in. I can give you a shout out. I can give Josiah a shout out. I can give any of these people a shout out. I gave Anna a shout out in early days. Guess what? If Anna wasn't good at what she did, it didn't matter if I give her a shout out. It doesn't matter if I give anybody a shout out. If you don't have what it takes to maintain your audience and keep them coming back, it doesn't matter if I give you a shout out. So maybe I gave some people in this panel a shout out. Maybe I sent some subs their way. But if they weren't good enough to maintain those subs and build upon those, then they wouldn't have those subs. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if I gave people a shout out. They're great at what they do. They've earned it. And I'm just glad that I know, you know, these people on this panel. I really do. I mean, I feel really honored for that. I'm gonna shut up now.
Shut up.
And also back to the playing it safe thing. You'd be surprised what like a really benign statement will actually set people off.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. So
yeah, that's the other side of the spectrum too, is like, you know, you can either get ridiculed for what you really believe, you know, and or you could probably get ridiculed for playing it safe too. You know, I mean, it's like, what do you want to get? What do you want to get scrutinized for? And I mean, at the end of the day, you're just better off being honest. You know,
I know. I said I was going to shut up, but John just made me think of something. John made a video a while back, and I haven't talked to you about this, but you made a video on the whole Charlie Brown thing, and you took a pretty controversial stance on that.
What Charlie Brown thing?
The whole what was you
the Thanksgiving thing?
Yeah, the Thanksgiving thing. All I said was that I could see how people. It was just odd because what's his face? He was the only guy on the one side of the long table, and there was like 4 other people on the other side. And I just said, oh, I could, you know, that does look a little weird, you know.
Look, and you said racist though. You said racist in it.
Did I say racist?
Oh,
well,
yeah,
I guess
you
I
did.
could see. Well, here's the thing. All right, here's how I could see how some people could see it as racist. You know, I mean, I didn't per se. I guess I don't. Yeah, that was a video. It was just one of those videos where I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. And it was. Yeah, I was just being, you know, I mean, I'm kind of sarcastic too. And sometimes it doesn't translate that well either. And yeah, I just was like, well, I can, you know, this is one where it just looks weird. You know, it just looks weird. And yeah, I got hit. Hit on that video.
But my whole point was this: John stuck by it, you know, to my knowledge, you know what I mean? I didn't see you follow up.
That does look weird.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, but if you know anything about Charles Schultz, you'll know it's not racist is the thing.
Yeah. And so, but the bigger point was John took a pretty strong stance. I'm pretty sure your like-dislike ratio was terrible.
Yeah, I got hammered on that video.
And you got to stick by it though. And I'm sure he faced a lot of pressure, and you're probably like, fuck, you know, like, you know, and it's going to happen. It happens to all of us. It happens to me. It's going to happen to all of you. We're going to say controversial things, and people are going to unsub and get mad. Anna, you're just seeing this for the first time. It does look a little strange, but there is more context to it. And
I've never been a Charlie Brown fan, so that's probably why I just ignored it if I did see it.
So you're probably better off not doing a video on it. I
So apparently, Truth Apocalypse thinks I'm your caddy, Gary.
You are. I need my my 3-iron, dude. Did I say that right, Jeremy? I
Yes.
golf, but I don't know. Like,
Well, I wouldn't call
You're
myself.
9-iron, sir.
First of all, let's get this straight. While I do love to go golfing, I am a
too.
terrible golfer. I am an
too.
awful golfer. So then Gary, you and I need to go golfing in Chicago.
Let's go golfing. Hell yes.
We are both. We're both going to miss several times before we make contact with the ball, but that's okay. That's okay. So we can laugh at each other, and we can. Misery loves company. So
And comics division could be our caddy. Comics division could be our caddy. That's
God
awesome.
knows I can't swing a club to save my life.
But you
No,
can pass me one.
I'll get in the backyard with my club and the golf ball, and I've got a net and everything set up. And there's times where I'll hit the ball consistently, you know, and I'm like, oh, motherfucker, I can do this, you know. And then I go out and actually play. Nope, I can't do it.
You see, the other thing too is I'll be like the world's worst caddy because I'll be like, God, get your own damn club, dude. I'll be sitting in the golf cart sipping beer, laughing at you guys.
It would be pretty funny.
Tell the asses think they can play golf.
If we could get the time in, man, we should go. Just a little pitch and putt somewhere. You know, I imagine you're going to be busy though.
So I'm terrible at it, but I do enjoy mini golf. So
yeah, mini golf's where it's at. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I suck at golf. I'll do bowling though. Bowling.
Oh my God.
Bowling. I like bowling.
Bowling is fun.
I love bowling.
I love bowling so much.
Yeah. Let's see here. Daddy Pants 11 gave a $5 super chat. Freaking buy some tampons. Cheers. He's the guy that sent for the beer. So James Lloyd Tiffner gave a $1 super chat. Thank you for that. Black Angus Reviews gave a $5 super chat. You need mods. Myself and Drunk C3PO are available. I'm an Angus of color, and Drunk was exposed to L337 and the Falcon. Unsure if Lando did anything. Yeah, I definitely do need to get some mods on here, so that'll probably be something that I'll try to.
Hey, yeah, Drunk 3PO, thank you for your video shouting me out. I appreciated that, man. You didn't have to do that. What I did for you was not, you didn't have to make a video on it, but I appreciated it, and I'm glad that you got some attention off that, buddy. So
yeah. I mean, I kind of heard a little bit about that whole thing, and so I wrote Drunk and asked him to send me all the details about it. So I'm probably going to make a video on it myself over that whole thing that happened. Just I think it's good for us to kind of stick with our own and kind of give exposure to what needs to get exposure and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, crazy situation, that whole thing as well. So holy crap, Proper Jeremy gave a $50 super chat. What the heck, dude? All jokes aside, or all jokes, Anna is awesome. Plus, if I send any more money, I will have none left over for celebration, which I now have tickets for. Wait for seeing you all there. P.S. I will beat Anna at air hockey.
Not a chance.
I seriously, wow, I'm blown away by that. So thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Funny.
Hey, again, yeah, man. Josiah's second live stream. He's doing a great job. You guys have come out and supported him. We appreciate that. You know, and this is awesome. So
yeah, seriously, thank you, everyone. Do you want to say anything about that, Anna? He's
not a chance.
I'm looking forward to celebration. Finally, I'm looking forward to it. So
Matt Baldwin gave a $2 super chat. Shall we call Jeremy he who shall not be named? I'm not sure.
I get uncomfortable with all the shout outs and stuff. I don't think I deserve it. I just think, you know, I'm just happy to be part of a group of people. And I'm fine being like, I get called the leader of the fandom menace. I don't know if I don't know if that's right. I'm the leader of Geeks and Gamers, and I fully own that. With the fandom menace, I didn't create the fandom menace. I don't know who created the fandom menace. But I feel like the fandom menace is, I don't know. I mean, it's up to everybody else what they want, but I don't feel like I'm the leader. I kind of always thought EVS was, but then EVS called me the leader. And but the fandom menace is just it's a collective unit of people. And if I'm the leader per se, that's only because I have the most subs right now. So that means Anna will be the leader soon. I think that the Fandom Menace is just it's a group of people that have come together organically, and because we have a common interest, and we don't always agree on everything. We don't always see eye to eye on everything. We typically cover the same topics because, you know, it's the problems. We cover the problems within the industry, and we're passionate about it. But as far as I'm concerned, the Fandom Menace represents itself, and I don't think there is a leader, and there should be a leader. That's just my take. So,
well said, leader Jeremy. Pagan God gave a $5 super chat. Got to throw a little money at anyone Jeremy endorses. He might be a little fragile snowflake, but she does know the truth when she sees it. That's funny. Dave's Golden Duck gave a $5 super chat. Will any of you be at Rose City Comic-Con in Portland, Oregon this September?
I would love to, because Oregon's beautiful, but probably not.
My brother lives in Oregon. I could maybe swing that.
Maybe. What convention is it?
Rose City Comic-Con.
Maybe. Portland is such a terrible city, though.
Yeah,
as much as it's beautiful, it's terrible.
My best friend lives up there, though. So
any excuse to drive a Z car. So maybe.
Get on the West Coast, Jeremy. Come on.
I'm heading. Hey, I'm telling you, like I'm strongly considering after Chicago making the road trip, and just making it a car video vlog. So we'll see. I'm getting, like I said, I took the car to, there's a Z car specialist in Mobile. It's about an hour away from me. So I've left it with him for the weekend just to make sure there's nothing I don't know about that's wrong with it, which I don't think there is. I need him to sign off on it. And then after that, man, Chicago bound. And then who knows, man. So we'll see.
I've never been to the West Coast, so that'd be kind of a fun thing to get out there sometime. So
it's very beautiful.
It's awesome out here.
It really is, mainly because of In-N-Out Burger. But
the way I put it, the West Coast, it's a great place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
I've had a fantastic time every time, and people are just like, Jeremy, they're gonna kill you. They fucking hate you. I never ran across anybody that really hated me yet, but it's beautiful out there. It really is. The weather is fantastic. The scenery is unbelievable. Don't go to Hollywood. Hollywood's horrible. You know, but the places I've been and everything, I have nothing negative to say about California at all. So
the West is the best.
West Side till we die.
Matt Baldwin gave a $2 super chat. Are any of you going to Anime Matsuri in June?
No.
No.
Never even heard of it.
No anime people here, I don't think.
I watch a little bit of anime, but it's nothing that I'm like super dedicated to really or anything. So yeah. Yeah, I think we might actually wrap it up here. So thank you everyone for coming out, and it's been an amazing night.
Yeah,
a lot of really great conversations, and yeah, it was just great having you all on here. I'm humbled that all of you took time to come on my channel and all this, so I really appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah, man. Anytime. So
anytime.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
man.
We definitely will do this again. Everyone, I will also be doing another live stream on Sunday. Sunday will be the day where I have kind of my scheduled live streams and all that stuff, and we'll probably throw in every once in a while during the week as well. But Sunday will be the main day for live streaming. So.
And I know Josiah well. Right now, he's very humbled by what's happened tonight. I already know him. And with all the super chats, with all of the people coming on the channel. And so, Josiah, you deserve it, man. You have stuck with me through a lot of shit. You know, people like you and Siobhan, you know, and so you more than deserve this. And the people coming on here and supporting you in the chat has been great. You maintain the crowd. I mean, again, it goes back to it. I've been on other streams before, and I'll share it. I'm like, hey, I'm live streaming, and I'll see people pour in, and sometimes they don't stay very long, and they stayed because you did a good job, and but you definitely deserve it. So thank you to everybody who made this happen, because we agreed to this on what, your stream, Gary? You know, we were like, hey, let's
Yeah.
go on Josiah's channel,
Yep.
make
Yeah.
that happen. You know.
Yeah.
And so, so it's good stuff. So
Yeah. So thank you once again for all of the super chats as well. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all of you guys coming on. And have a good night, everyone. Wait. Before we end, anyone want to shout out their channel? I'm sure most of the people here probably know everyone already. But if anyone wants to shout out their channel or give any last words, that's fine as well. So go ahead with that.
anybody? Is everybody waiting?
Subscribe to Josiah.
Yes, subscribe to Josiah.
I would like to see Josiah get to 3,000 subs. He's pretty damn close, and I just think this is more about you tonight, Josiah, and showing what we're about. Because, and again, you're being the nice guy that you are, because you're a good Christian boy, and you're gonna pray for all of our sins later tonight. But like I said, man, I mean, you got a total here of well over a couple of 100,000 subs total with all of us here, and we're here because you're gonna be up right there with all of us soon. And then we want to see other people kind of, take this, because so many people are so concerned with like, oh, I need to get on a big YouTuber channel. Fuck you, big YouTubers. Fuck all of you motherfuckers. We don't care. Sorry, Christian channel, I know, but we're wrapping it up now. But like, they're a bunch of assholes. Most of them are a bunch of douchebag assholes. Okay, and some of them know who the fuck I'm talking about right now. But they're just dickbags, and they get a little too high on themselves. And I'm interested in remembering where I was just a year ago. Where I was just like, God damn, man, how do you get 200 views on a channel without, buying a goddamn $350 Xbox? Yeah.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, man. So subscribe to Josiah and to PewDiePie, because PewDiePie really needs some help right now. He's a struggling young YouTuber, and we want to help him out. So,
yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, thank you everyone once again, and have a great night.